Trump announces U.S. and Iran have reached peace deal. Here's when the Strait of Hormuz opens and what happens next. So allegedly, the United States and Iran have reached a peace deal to end their 3.5-month-old war, President Trump announced Sunday evening.
Some people, like, obviously, they don't trust the government or Trump, so they think it's like a total theater, which I understand why people think that.
I do too.
It's either that or Trump's going to find out, I think, the hard way, like how little they want to cooperate with him. So time will tell.
I think there's three options here. I think there's the one option that you just laid out two of them. He's part of it, and it's hard to argue that. Like you said, it's hard to defend. It's hard to defend that because every single thing he's done lends itself to that optic. There's another theory. Netanyahu is manipulating Trump.
Leveraged.
Right?
Yeah, right.
And the third theory is the one that everybody wants to fucking make fun of everybody for believing. And the third theory could be that Donald Trump knows exactly what's going on, and he's allowing Israel to show themselves to the world for what they really are. What is up, guys? It's Andy Frisella, and you're listening to the show for the realists. Say goodbye to the lies, the fakeness, and delusions of modern society, and welcome to motherfucking reality. Guys, today we have Andy and DJ
cruise the motherfucking internet.
And that's what we're going to do. We're just going to get right into it. You guys know the deal. We're the biggest show in the world, doesn't run ads. Pretty much because I don't like to be told what I can and can't say. It's called real AF, not for sale AF, which is rare these days.
It's super rare.
You know, so just ask very simply, man, if you like the show, if it makes you laugh, see some clips online, help us grow the show by sharing it. Don't be a hoe.
Share the show.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, before we get into it, dude, we got one of our personal favorite friends of the show with us today, AJ. You guys know him as An0maly online.
Dream
Rare.
Hit that follow, guys. It's a recession, so I'll take every follow.
Yeah, bro. You got to get him, dude. So if you guys have heard before him on the shows, it's one of my personal favorite follows on the line because, dude, he tells the truth. And he doesn't bow his opinions to anybody else. And something I really respect about you, bro.
Appreciate you. Always glad to be here, and it's a blast. Yeah, I was just doing trick shots.
I saw
in the back. I said I was going to retire if they went well. It didn't go well, so
here we are.
Back to work. Fuck.
So, dude, you just recently moved from California to Nashville.
Yeah, Tennessee.
Yeah.
So.
What do you think?
I love it, man. It's been great. I like the culture out there.
Yeah.
And I was telling you before, like, I always talk to Uber drivers and just everybody, but like when I'm taking an Uber somewhere, I try to like feel out how they feel. And everybody I talk to out there, they love it. They're enjoying their life. Like they have nothing bad to say. I was just in San Jose for a fight night, and I was talking to like an Uber driver, and he was like, bro, gas is like $7 a gallon. It's so expensive. Like it's hard to maintain out here. And that's how I felt when I used to live in Cali. Like every Uber driver was like stressed out, especially them because of the gas. But like that, it hurts the economy to have gas at like a crazy high price.
Dude, also though, I think there's something to like, I've been thinking a lot about this, you know, and it's really kind of like conducive to the overall conversation of what's going on in the country as well. But there's like certain places that you go and the vibe is completely different than anywhere else. And, you know, like places like, when I go to Austin a lot, I spend a lot of time in Austin, got a lot of friends in Austin, got a lot of friends in Nashville, and these places that people are going to build and create and like become things, you know, they've got shit going on. The vibe's just totally different, man. It's almost like you're in a different place. And yeah, things might be hard for everybody at a current, you know, the time. It's like they don't care. They still want to make it work, and they're going to do what they can, and they got a smile on their face, and that shit, and that's infectious shit, you know? And I feel like you go to certain cities and you know, the country where, you know, there isn't a lot going on and things are kind of stale, and you have a completely different attitude. And it's just, I become way more aware of like how much that affects me, you know, just being around that.
Definitely. I remember during COVID, I was in Cali, And then I drove to Arizona, and it was like everything was locked down in Cali. And then you like just cross the border, like you're literally like 5 miles away. And there's like "fuck Fauci" T-shirts, like "yo, I don't need a vaccine, I'm getting a drink," like just like funny ass like joke T-shirts.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why would I live? Why am I living here?
Yeah.
You know, like when I
Yeah.
can move like 5 feet and then like be in freedom land. So
Yeah.
that was like an extreme example. But yeah,
You got to be where your people are, man.
100%.
Yeah.
Are they giving you shit in Nashville? Like when you talk to the Uber drivers, like when they ask you where you're from, they like, oh, don't bring that shit over here. Like they give
some lady did that actually, like, and she was like, "You better not be voting like the way you left." And like, the husband was like, "Oh, honey." I was like, "No, that's an awesome wife."
Yeah.
Fuck
Good
yeah.
though, bro.
She didn't know who she was talking to.
Yeah, I was like, don't worry. Well, I look kind of liberal sometimes when I put my hair down. They're
Yeah.
like, "You better not be a bitch." Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, "Thank you for welcoming me." I like that. But no, the drivers are cool. Like, I think for the most part, like I just like always. I don't tell them what I think. I try to see what they think. But like people, the economy's good. A lot of businesses are moving there. So
Yeah.
the gas though in Cali, like it's expensive because of the war, but just always in California,
Yeah,
like it
It's always
just
been higher.
makes no sense. And like especially for a driver, but anyone, like that $7, like that adds up hundreds and thousands and tens of thousands.
Bro.
Like it sucks.
Yeah, dude. And it's California has become so corrupt that it's filtered down into everything. And I think a lot of people don't realize because they don't understand the economies of scale and how trickle down works. But, you know, California's fucked, dude. Yeah. Like, I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Like, unless you're somebody who's already made a lot of money and you buy like a second home there,
Right.
it's just not the place to be, in my opinion.
No.
And dude, this is no shade at all our homies out there in the Inland Empire. And I mean, dude, I love these guys. I love our California fans, but fuck, man.
Dude, we had Sheriff Chad
Bianco.
on not too long ago.
He came to Summer Smash.
He did. He had
Yeah.
a great time. Had a great time. Really awesome dude.
That dude is fucking awesome.
He's just a good dude.
Yeah.
Just a good man. He's a man's man. you
We need
know?
people like that out there to like
Bro,
not
yeah.
let it go to complete shit.
Well, one of the things that he brought to our attention is like how much of like California's despair right now is all self-inflicted. You know what I'm saying? Like the gas
100%.
price, like I mean, a lot of that stuff, it's not just taxes. They have these like administrative fees that they add onto a bunch of shit too. That's like nobody really voted for it all. They're just there, and people are like, oh, it's California, just kind of accepted it. You know what I'm saying? It's insane.
And then you're paying the most and you're getting taxed a lot, like income tax is high, everything. But it's not like that safe or clean or anything. You know,
No,
so
you're
it's like you're
stepping
not
over
really
dog
getting
Yeah,
like
shit.
it
anything.
used to be that like even just 10, 15 years ago, dude, you know, you'd go out there and people would be like, yeah, man, it's the weather tax. It's cool.
Right.
I don't have a problem with it.
Mm.
But yeah, you didn't drive down the street and see literal needles and shit in the street.
Yeah,
Right.
stepping
know?
over fucking
Like
shit.
you're
in
willing to pay
Starbucks.
more.
Yeah.
If it's just like capitalism, bro. You're willing to pay more if
Right.
the product's better.
Mm.
Right.
But when you start to pay more and the product sucks,
Makes no sense.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
one thing I've been talking about recently that like pisses me off about America, I love it obviously, but they always do these like FISA spying bills and they take away our liberty. But it's like, obviously I'd be against it anyway, I'm American, but if you take away my liberty and you're spying, but it's super clean and safe in all the cities, I'm like, oh, it sucks. Like in China or Dubai, like it sucks, but you go there and you're like, oh, it's kind of sick, but like it's not what I am, but like, wow, it's really clean. You can leave your watch somewhere and no one will steal it. In America, it's like we have the worst of both worlds on that, where they're like spying, but like they're not stopping like carjackings and stuff. Like I've met people that like their car just gets broken into, they tell the police and the police are like, I don't know what we can do. And
Don't
it's
park
like,
there.
Yeah,
What
first
the
time?
fuck?
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck, man?
Bro,
Yeah, it's,
that's
like,
a good
crazy.
point. You know, like, dude, I'm with it. Like, I'm not giving that shit up either. I don't want to. But the truth of the matter is, we've been giving that up since cell phones came around. Since smartphone came around,
Right.
you know, like people are freaking out about like Palantir and all these things and all this surveillance and all this shit. It's like, guys, what do you think they've been doing this has been going on since the smartphone came
Right.
out? You know, like every conversation that you've had since you've had an iPhone or you've had a Samsung, that shit's been recorded. Like when you say, hey, Siri, and it answers you, that means it's fucking listening.
That's right.
Right.
You know, like,
You think it's only listening?
Yeah.
Hey, Siri?
yeah, like it's just like, guys, yes, let's fight for the right things, but let's not pretend that these things haven't already been going on.
And I think they have a responsibility to stop like violent crime in public.
Yeah.
Because it's like you're not spying on someone to be like, oh, let me read their text. It's like somebody will literally like rob somebody in broad daylight like 1,000 times in cities.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, I guess that's just the way it is. It's
Yeah.
like, what do you mean? That like if you like stole something from 7-Eleven, like they have a camera, they like could catch you. And it's like you did it in public. Like you're not in your room just doing something weird or whatever. But so I'm like, why are they not? It's almost a choice. And I know in the liberal cities where they have the Democrat prosecutors, they let all these people off. So like San Jose, I was there to see Gilbert Melendez. They had a fight night there. Support that. Former UFC fighter. Now he's a promoter. And it's dope. I like being there. Like I like the culture, but definitely like a lot of graffiti. The working people are struggling, and it's these few little tweaks. Like it's so easy. I think with the whole Spencer Pratt thing too. Like I don't know if he would have really done it, but the way he was talking about it, I'm like, oh, there's a guy finally talking about homelessness in a way where he's actually going to fix it because it's not that hard.
Right.
But they just don't do it.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Man, I got so much to say. Yeah, look, what do we got?
We got a lot.
Yeah, all right.
We got a lot, guys. Guys, remember, if you would like to see any of these pictures, articles, links, videos, go to andyfrisella.com. You guys can check them linked out there, or just check the description below for the links there as well. Buckle up, shall we?
All right.
Let's take a cruise, guys. Headline number one. Got to talk about it. It was history. UFC Freedom 250 on the White House South Lawn draws rave reviews. Put on a great show. I honestly thought, I mean, just, premature here, but I thought it was fucking sick. Like the whole production. I thought it was sick.
Well, I mean, yeah.
I thought it was fucking sick.
I think what they say, like 1 billion people watched it.
Dude, it was insane.
Dude, I saw this comment yesterday on one of the MMA pages, and the guy was like, oh, Dana White's the worst promoter ever in history.
Yeah.
The fuck are you talking about? 1 billion fucking people watched the event.
1 billion.
Yeah.
1/8 of the entire world.
That's fucking crazy, dude.
That's wild.
Yeah. I mean, dude, and the fights were good.
The fights were great.
Yeah.
I mean,
All knockouts.
All
Yeah.
knockouts.
All knockouts.
Yeah. No
That's
judges
crazy.
involved at all. Like,
Yeah.
it was fucking insane. Dude, the walkouts alone
Yeah.
from the fucking Oval.
When Gaethje walked out, he was staring at the Declaration of Independence, and I'm just thinking, I'm always happy for people. I've never been a hater, but especially sports. Like I love greatness.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, to be an American just staring at the Declaration of Independence before you go to fight somebody.
That's got to get you
So
pumped,
sick.
dude.
So
Bro,
sick.
yeah.
Just
that don't
watching
get
it,
you
I'm
pumped.
like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
So sick.
Yeah, dude, the UFC Freedom 250 on the White House South Lawn was a knockout in more ways than one. All 7 fights on Sunday night's card ended via TKO. No judges, no controversy, no kidding. Quote, I'm from America. 250 years ago, we were way bigger than 6-1. Gaethje told interviewer Joe Rogan after forcing Poirier to quit on his stool with a face that looked like a slab of raw meat in a butcher's window.
Real quick, that was a gangster line. He said we were bigger than 6-1 underdogs, 250 years ago.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's usually not a big talker, but I was
No.
like, that was sick. I don't know if he pre-planned that or it just came to him, but
Pretty
There,
sick.
there was a
So
lot of
sick,
there was a
yeah.
lot of good shit talk.
There was a
Yeah.
lot of good shit talk. We got some more of it.
Yeah.
But dude, UFC 250 was sick. The National Park Service.
Bro, I thought the coolest knockout of the whole event, and I'm not a huge O'Malley fan.
Mhm.
Like I like him and I respect he's good, but I've never been like, oh yeah, Sean O'Malley. I never disliked him either,
Yeah.
But like, dude, when he knew he knocked that fucker out and went
The
straight to the
salute?
salute,
Oh, the
that was
salute?
fucking cold, bro.
that is cold. Yeah. So sick.
I thought, dude, it's like he knew he was doing the salute before the motherfucker knew he was knocked out. Like it was awesome.
It was
just
risky
knew.
because if they didn't call it,
Yeah.
it could have still been ended. But that's
Yeah,
what
he
made
tried
it so
to
much
get
more
up.
gangster. Just being like,
Dude.
you're a good piece, bro.
Yeah.
You're out.
I mean, he lived up to his nickname and what he's known to do and snipe people, man. I
Yeah.
mean, because he caught that dude.
Yeah, you did.
And then that other fight where Poetan,
Oh, bro,
Man.
Chama, bro,
That was
fuck.
tough.
bro, that was brutal.
I was hurt. I'm
That-
still hurt,
Listen,
honestly.
that dude, who'd he fight?
Cyril guy.
That guy's fucking a bad motherfucker,
Yeah,
bro.
he is. Yeah, he is,
Because
dude.
remember when we met Poetan? And,
That dude is fucking massive.
dude, that's what I'm saying.
He's a massive
We
dude.
met him in when we went out to UFC back in October,
Yeah.
and I I did not expect him to be that big of a human being,
Yeah.
and then to see that guy just fucking destroy. I'm like, God,
Dude.
dude.
And he used to fight at a lower weight class. I think he fought
Yeah.
at like
Yeah, he fought
185.
185,
And then he had to go up to 205, and then he was like 240. I can't believe he got down to 185. That's insane.
Yeah. Dude, that guy's a very large human being in person.
Yeah.
very large.
Yeah.
Like everything about him. Dude, his ass.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you like that, huh?
I think
Big
Rogan was
ass.
talking about that too on the podcast.
He's got fat ass, dude. I think, like, there's actually some controversy. He might have had a BBL.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, dude.
DJ's the only guy in the whole world looking at fucking his ass.
Phenomenal.
Why are you gay?
It's phenomenal. Somebody's got to say it.
I tell you what, man, I
Why are
was
you gay button? That's awesome.
yeah,
love
I was
that.
entertained the entire fight for sure.
Yeah.
I was, it sucked to see our homie,
Yeah.
Michael
Michael Chandler.
Chandler lose, but he's had a great career. He's a fucking great human being, and I love the guy to death. It's just I was sad for that. Something I noticed too is like because I know him, and I at this point I know him pretty well. It was really hard to watch the fight.
Yeah.
Because it's like, fuck, like you want him to win. So like, I can't imagine what that would be like for like somebody's actual family to watch him in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
watching your kid get
Oh,
like,
man.
flatlined.
Yeah,
Like,
bro.
like-
It just-
luckily he didn't get hurt that bad, but like, yeah, I've seen that happen where.
But you
knocked out.
you want him to win so bad. And it's like, this is a different level of emotion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's hard to watch for sure.
The last fight was hard to watch too. His face was so fucked up.
Yeah.
Ilya's face, like I watched so many fights, but even I was like, dude, that might be one of the worst I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like damage on a face. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
When we found out something about Derek Lewis too, is that he needs to do some fucking cardio. He got,
I like him though. He's a good
oh yeah.
character.
How do you not like him?
Yeah,
It's
he's a great-
hilarious.
great
but
character.
fuck, dude. He's been used to beating people's ass in the first round.
Mm-hmm. And it was not that.
No.
Yeah.
Well, and dude, the other dude, Hokic,
Okay.
that motherfucker was a professional athlete.
Mhm.
Like he played for the 49ers. He was a great college football player. I mean, that guy's not just some, he's a character, right?
Yeah.
But he's not just some like, rando
He didn't
fighter.
just show up.
That guy's a
Yeah.
fucking real
Yeah.
athlete.
For sure. But as usual, there's
He's also
always
a real
lot-
shit talker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got some of that.
Yeah.
But there's been a lot of, there's a few people that are upset. A lot of people saying that they spent so much money, and it was apparently the total $60 million right now is how much it costs to just put the fight on.
Yeah.
But it was Dana who spent it, right? Like not the White House.
It wasn't public
Yeah.
tax
Okay, yeah.
dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I will say this just to remind people that, this same time, maybe 2 years ago, we had trans titties on the White House.
Bro,
lawn.
come on.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it's like
Bro, I saw so many people
for real?
talking mad shit. They're like, oh, so they got fucking dirt bikes doing backflips and they got fucking dudes fighting on the White House. I'm like, bro, they had dudes with titties 2 years ago.
That's what I'm saying.
Did you
Same spot.
Did you forget what we were dealing with 2 years ago? Like, I can understand. We all have complaints about what's going on. A lot of us are fucking very pissed off. I'm one of them, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay? Like, I'm not in support of a lot of the shit that's happening. But the culture is definitely switching.
Yeah.
Okay? And
Yeah.
that's a win. That's a win that should be acknowledged.
Yeah.
Okay? And I'm going to be real. I will take dirt bikes and fucking dudes beating the fuck out of each other on the White House lawn 1,000,000 times to 0 over men with fake titties taking them out on the White House lawn.
That's right.
Like, that's like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Would you guys rather have that?
Yeah, how easy they forget.
Yeah, dude. It was just absurd. It's like, guys, like, can we not acknowledge that there is a cultural change happening where politics are downstream from culture, okay? And we might all be pissed off. Trump hasn't done all the shit that we voted for. Totally agree, okay? I fucking get it. Massey gets fucking bought out of his election. There's all these fucked up things happening in the system. But there is something that's good that's happening, and that's this. America's culture is starting to become American again, okay? What America has always been is starting to appear again. That fuck you attitude that Americans have always had is starting to come back, okay? That's a win, and that's going to accelerate. And as that accelerates, that's going to put pressure into the political system to also reflect that, which is happening tremendously right now. Now, are we seeing the results yet? No.
Not yet.
But I don't know how you could complain about dirt bikes and fucking UFC when we literally had this bullshit on the White House lawn fucking 2 years ago.
Yeah, I'm a huge fight fan, so I was just super pumped. And I'm like, listen,
Yeah.
like you said, there's a lot of things Trump's doing that I don't like. But honestly, and this isn't like the most consequential thing. It's not like a bill or a war.
Yeah.
But I'm like, this might be like my favorite thing that they've done. You know, and like I said, it doesn't mean the most, but it's like.
And then you got the guys who want to say, oh, well, it's bread and circuses. Yeah, no shit, bro. Everybody knows that.
Eat your piece. Let's fix it.
Yeah,
Get back to
fuck,
it, bro.
dude.
Fuck.
Look away. Like, I don't know what to tell you, man.
Or just be able to multitask. Like, I remember there's this big Bill Cooper clip that always goes viral where he was talking about the Roman circus and the bread and circuses. And what he said was like, there's some men that don't know anything in the world, but they know who plays the third base for the Yankees.
Yes.
And I think that's a dope clip. But the key is like, they don't know anything. Like if you know a lot of stuff, like I like sports, I like playing sports, I like watching sports.
Yeah.
But I also know a lot. But I still like watching.
Yeah.
If you don't know anything but that, that's pretty retarded. But if you know other things and you enjoy it, there's nothing wrong with that,
And dude,
in my opinion.
on top of that, think about it like this, okay? Think about like all the dudes who are just UFC fans, who really don't know what's going on in politics or this or that.
Right.
An event like this helps bring them into that America, that pro-America culture, okay? Like, I just think there's a lot of good that's not being talked about because people don't really understand how culture dictates what's happening in politics.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And you have at the UFC event, like you had Sean Strickland not get invited, but then he was talking his shit, but he could still fight and be himself. So it's like, even when you have this drama and controversy, it's like the UFC is just dope. Like an American fighter who's not invited, who's talking his shit about Trump, but he doesn't get fined, like he can just do it. It's pretty cool.
Well, there was a lot of that. It's actually funny.
Well, and let's be real, dude. Like he's being a character. That's his brand. Okay, so like it's very smart marketing on his part to be the way that he's being.
Right.
But that's going to get him more money when he goes to fight.
Right.
Right. So like we got to understand.
It's more eyeballs, bro.
Dude, listen, man. Did you see the thing about the girl getting canceled for wearing meta glasses?
No, I didn't see that.
Oh, dude, there was this influencer on the internet who was like a truther, okay?
Oh, great.
And let's get this out of the way, too. All these people now that are calling themselves truthers, where the fuck were you 4 years ago? Where were you 5 years ago? You didn't say shit when COVID was going on. 80% of these people that are new to it, they think this shit's new. Right. And I can respect that. Okay. You have now become aware. That's cool. But understand that there's been people that were aware when it wasn't cool and they were getting brutalized and canceled for real. And then this girl who, you know, I guess she has I don't know who she is. I never heard of her until I saw this, but she has an account where she like kind of talks about things that, you know, you and I and everybody else been talking about and Alex Jones been talking about for 20 years. Right. Because that's how it went. Alex and these guys, and then kind of woke us up, and then we kind of started paying attention, and then now there's this big group. And it's like everybody wants to own, like, oh, I was the first one to see it. No, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, this has been going on the whole time. I'm glad that you see it.
Yeah, good job.
But
how was your nap?
Yeah, like, dude, congratulations.
That's right.
You know, but they woke up, and this girl did an ad for, I guess, a paid partnership for the Meta glasses. And everybody was like, fuck, dude, you know, she sold out, la, la, la. That's why she doesn't get shadow banned on the internet. No, dude, her content's better than yours. The shit she says is better than yours. That's why she gets fucking views, okay? And on top of that, do you not see the hypocrisy in the fact that you're complaining about taking a Meta partnership as you build a brand for yourself
on Meta,
right? Like, do we not?
That's a great point.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, the shit's just weird to me. It's like, guys, why don't we stop infighting and stop like trying to fuck with each other? And then like, if we could all get together and like point that at the right way, you know, maybe some shit could get done. It's just odd.
Yeah, super odd, dude.
there's a lot of like pretentious energy in the truther community. Like I remember for elections, like there's some people that are like, if you don't vote, you can't talk shit because you didn't vote. And then there's other people like, if you voted, your opinion means nothing. Fuck you. It's all fake. And I'm like, dude, I don't give a fuck whether people vote or not. It doesn't mean I think less of you.
Yeah.
I don't think it matters as much as people think, but I don't care whether you do or don't either. So there's always like, if you don't do it my way, everybody wants you to be like them. Like, I do it this way, I do it that way. And I'm like, I don't think the way you're doing it is as good as you think it is. Like, it's not that impressive.
Dude, and that attitude, like, because let's be real, where that comes from people's own desire to be more relevant in that community, which is a selfish desire. Okay, so is that actually a patriotic desire,
right?
Or is that a selfish desire? Because if we're talking about what a patriot truly is, a patriot is not someone that tears the other people down. A patriot is someone, and it's not someone who just talks about being patriotic. It's someone who actually participates in being patriotic. And participating in being patriotic is building things, creating things, becoming the best version of yourself, helping other people be good, telling the truth where you see it. And dude, quite honestly, you know, a lot of these people that call themselves patriots, they call themselves patriots because they go on the internet and say things. That's only like one little bitty part of being patriotic, dude. And like, so it's like, let's realize that this is not just about talking. In fact, if Meta didn't exist as the blow-off valve for frustration, we probably would have already had a revolution, you know, because people feel like, oh man, I'm saying this so it matters. Well, everybody's saying it. So like, is that going to get anything done? Because in, you know, the way that it actually works is that the culture and the individual has to become representative of what it means to be a patriot. And that's not just talking about things, and it's not just running around saying revolution either. It's becoming the best version of yourself. And when I look at someone who, you know, they're out of shape, their own life is not in order, they're not contributing, they're not building, they're not making any money, they're not taking care of their own shit. And then on top of it, they're using their voice to divide everybody else. That's not an example of what it means to be an actual patriotic citizen of this country.
Right. There's a lot of ego out there, and I feel like some of the smartest people I've ever met and like the most successful are like the chillest and most thoughtful. And then sometimes like the most ignorant retards always think they're like the smartest and the best. So there's a lot of that sort of energy, like do it this way, or like this is the right way. And I'm like, I hope you're right, because I don't think you are. And you know, and it's like, but you really think you are.
Yeah.
But like, I don't think your style is that effective. And also like, even with me, like if you ask me, call me like, yo, what do you think about this? Like, I'm like, you know, this is
which I do often.
Yeah. I appreciate it.
You're one of the only people, like there's really like 2 or 3 people that I call and I say, and you know what? And it's always people that I don't always agree with everything they say. Okay. I call Dan Holloway because Dan has a different perspective and he's super fucking intelligent about things that I'm not. I call you, and there's another guy I call, and I call those guys because they have differing opinions, and I will say, okay, well, here's how I see it. How do you see it? And then we'll try to figure it out.
But even when you do, it's like, what do you think? It's like, I'll tell you what I think and what I know, but I know that I don't know everything. So it's like, if there's like, hey, what's Trump doing here? Like, what do I think he's doing based off the evidence and the donor money? And like, you know, like it's like if you do sponsorship deals, or I know you don't for the show, but like, you know, it works. Like someone pays, there's always a transaction for everything.
Right.
But at the same time, it's like, only God really knows what's going on inside his head. And like, I can only try to figure it out. So I think I appreciate that you trust me and stuff, but I always like, even when you ask a question, it's not like I'm 1,000% sure. It's like, if I'm sure, I'll let you. I like data and odds, like even in like sports games and stuff, like 97% chance. I like Texas Hold'em. Like if there's a 2% chance you could lose, you could still lose the hand. Like that's just how it works. So I always think in data. If I'm not 100% sure, I don't act like I am.
And that's okay. Yeah. That's a sign of high IQ, dude. Yeah. Like I'm a big believer. You know, this is like when we get into personal development shit, right? Because that's a lot of the listeners, they listen to me for that stuff. There's things I talk about, and I will say very certainly this is how it works. But that's because I've been doing that for almost 30 years. I know that's how it works.
Right.
there's other things that people ask me about, like life advice, that I'm not an expert in. And I'll say, man, I don't typically talk about those things because I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
say there's nuance to it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's how you look at it, for
and
sure.
I think everybody needs to really humble themselves and realize, like, hey, man, it's actually a good thing that these people are seeing all of this shit, and we should not tear each other down, but realize that we're all on the same team here.
Right.
And instead of like trying to tear each other down for clout, figure out, you know, what the good things are. Okay, these are the good things that are happening. Like, I see the UFC being on the White House lawn and the motorcycles and all this shit. I see that as a great thing for American culture. I see it as a great cultural signal. It sends a signal not only to our people, but it sends a signal to the rest of the world. Okay, and it certainly sends a much stronger signal when dudes are knocking each other the fuck out than it does this trans lady or whatever the fuck this dude pulling her titties out
This man with the decent boob job.
Come on, dude. Like, can we not acknowledge that?
Yeah.
Can we not acknowledge that as a fucking cultural win? That's a cultural win.
It's a big win, bro. You got 1 billion eyes
Yes.
on America right now. What are they going to see?
I think on the internet too, it's like everyone. I remember there's this Sebastian Maniscalco joke where he was like, you know, back in the day, like the craziest people would be in their basement, but now they have an internet connection
Yeah.
and they could just say whatever. Not that everyone's crazy, but everyone's saying and doing everything. Like everyone's
Yeah.
streaming. This person's like, yo, my friend just got hit by a car. Let's stream it for view. It's like,
Yeah.
what can happen will happen. So it's like when something like this happens, like most people I think thought it was awesome. Obviously, you have people that don't like Trump from the left wing angle. They don't like it.
Right.
But then you have the truthers that are saying it's bread and circuses. It's just like everyone has an opinion,
Yeah.
which is okay. But it's like when something like that happens, I feel like there's always going to be that because there's always a lane. Like if someone wasn't doing that, then there would be a lane for it. But now like everyone's doing it. So I kind of just tune it out.
Yeah,
'Cause
dude.
It's just like everyone's got everything to say all the time. That's
Yeah.
the internet.
Well,
You
everybody
log
knows
in,
that
like,
too,
this
yeah.
person's just making trick shots. This person can juggle. This person's like skateboarding. This mom has an opinion. Like some of it's cool where it's like, wow, these people are crushing it. But yeah, like I don't know. I think politics is getting a little stale right
Yeah.
now because it's just like predictable and loopy and
It's hard for me to take anybody's opinion seriously if they're not taking care of their own lives, bro.
right. Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we've got to understand that a country, an organization, a business, a sports team, however you want to define a group of people,
Right.
is just like they say, it's only as strong as their weakest link.
Right.
Okay. And our country's no different. So if we're going to be pissed off about what's going on, then we have to be pissed off enough to control the things in our own lives that are going to make our lives representative
Right.
of what it means to be a quote unquote real American. Right. And just spouting off on the internet, that's only yes, it's a good thing to say the truth. It's a good thing to share your opinion
Right.
because that maintains the most important part of our country, which is free speech. However, if that's all you're doing,
Right.
that you're not contributing in the way that's going to actually fix what we all recognize the problem to be. So it's
Right.
hard for me to, like, you know, some of these people. I was talking to a buddy of mine last night and he was saying, so-and-so said this. I said, so-and-so said that. And I'm like, all right, bro, let's zoom the fuck out here. Okay. Look at that person. All right. And let's just take it out of the internet world. And let's say you're at the gas station and you're pumping gas and this person comes up to you and they start saying the shit that they're saying online.
Right.
What are you going to think of them? You're going to think that's a fucking weird motherfucker that's like crazy, that's fucking methed out or something.
Is this a homeless dude?
Yeah. So like we got to remove ourselves from like, you know,
Yeah.
fuck, a lot of it's bots too on top of that.
Right.
You know?
It is, yeah. A lot of it is, dude.
What you're talking about too, like in my 20s when I was doing only hip hop music and I wasn't doing any news, when I used to hate more or be like, that person sucks, I was holding myself back. It was when I realized like, I got to focus on what I'm good at,
Yes.
gratefulness, like see the good, even if I think their lyrics suck, maybe the beats are really good. Like there's something I'm missing. And as soon as I did that, like my whole life changed. Like even
Bro.
like people like everything that I wanted, but I didn't even like have to try that hard. It was literally all that. So anybody that's over hating, like you can have an opinion. You don't have to like anything. I'm not asking to like dick ride Trump.
Yeah.
But the chronic haters, it's like you said, like focus on yourself. Like talking about how big or small someone is isn't gonna put reps in my gym practice. So it's like everything's like that. And like I know you're a huge, like you've done so much, but people probably don't know how hard you've worked, and like most of your energy and time is going towards that, not like talking shit about other people.
That's it, dude. And I think there's part of me, dude. I was talking to Ian Smith about this. I actually am starting to believe that it's possible that we are living in a fucking simulation, like for real,
like we're really in the Matrix.
Because, dude, okay, I don't know if I really believe that, but it's possible. All right. But dude, when we think of like quantum physics and metaphysics and all these things that we're trying to figure out, to your point, I used to be a big fucking hater too. Okay. And when I hated on other people, I never got anything good in my life. But when I switched my mentality, because it occurred to me, because I started reading about it, that the energy that you put out actually matters, and there's a lot of science that proves this. When you start to say, well, you see, let's say, you see someone doing what you want to do, right? They're making the money you want to make. They're successful at the thing that you want to be successful at, and you're hating on them. What you're actually doing is sending out the energy that says to the universe, God, however you want to describe it, I'm a Christian, I believe in Jesus Christ. But you're saying, I don't like that. And when you say it with your intent, I don't like that thing, you're much less likely for it to happen to you. And the same thing happened to me, bro. When I switched from like looking at other people and thinking like, man, fuck that guy for having that, or he had this because of that, or this is. And I went from like, okay, if that guy can do it, I could do it.
Right.
Now, dude, my life changed, dude. Like, quick. And I really think there's a lot to that. Do I know exactly how it works? No, but I do know it works.
Right.
And I think a lot of people need to wake up to that.
And like not giving up too. Like I feel like in my 20s, I worked so hard, music, doing this, where like sometimes I'll see certain people that I know are talented and I believe in, and I'll see like what they're doing, and I'm not trying to be a dick, because sometimes I'm super blunt, and like maybe like my energy can come across like rude, but I'd rather just tell somebody than just like pretend. But I'm like, dude, you're not really working hard enough. Like I feel like I worked harder in like a year than you have in like 15.
Yeah.
Not to be, but it's like how bad you really want it, and I think if people really want it and can take a L and look at it, like it's a pretty sick country, and there's so much opportunity. So yeah, like when people are online hating, it's, dude, even like not just in politics and sports, dude. Like you go in the comment section, someone's like, you fucked up my parlay, I hate you. Like people are crazy, dude.
Well,
like,
then you got everybody now. Everybody's an asset now.
Yeah.
Everybody's bought and paid for. Everybody's sold out. Dude, you're on the platform that you criticize for being part of the machine, trying to build a brand for yourself.
On the machine.
It's such a good point.
Now,
such a good point.
now, isn't that selling out?
That's right.
Okay. And then you say, oh, well, that guy's bought and paid for. Well, you willingly pay half of your income to these people that you hate every single year, at least half, no matter how much money you're making. Okay. Oh, well, I only get taxed 30%. No, you don't. You pay tax to buy shit. You pay tax to own shit. These motherfuckers own you. Okay. And you're out here pretending like you're some sovereign citizen. The fuck you are. Okay. So like, if we're going to get down to it, every single person out here is bought and paid for in some way, shape, or form. Everyone. You're literally building a brand for yourself on the machine that you feel is the problem.
Right.
What are we talking about here? You know? And it's just like, dude, so like, let's stop with that shit.
Right.
And let's start fucking saying, okay, well, what can I do to make this better? What can I do to set a better example? How can I live better as an American? I can control what I eat. I can control how I train. I can control the information I put in my body. I can control whether or not I'm bringing people together or dividing people. Those are all things in our control.
Right.
And those are the things that actually matter.
100%, man.
In politics, I've always tried to use the rule like treat others the way you want to be treated.
Yeah.
Like some people I don't like, some people I think are sold out, but I always
No,
try to be
For sure. There's levels to it.
100%.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, some people are reckless with it. And I think with your energy, you have to treat others the way you want to be treated, and you have to mean it if you say it. Like, say you're right about 50% of the people you talk about, but 50% of the people you're wrong. They're great people, and you're saying they're sold out and treating them like shit. Like, I just think that's such bad energy to put out to the world, to God. So, like, I think that's protected me from a lot of drama. And, like, you know, there's a lot of people that have come and gone in politics, like they've fallen off. And I think it's because I'm a good person where I'm like, I'll go hard at somebody if they deserve it. But I've never, like, gone crazy hard at someone who didn't deserve it.
Yeah.
And I see so many truthers, like, just crushing, like, good people. Where
Everyone.
like, yo, I don't agree with that. It's like, bro, I like Tucker Carlson, but I don't agree with everything he says.
Yeah.
If I did, I'd just be him. So it's like he's,
That's
you know,
right.
he's got his own story. Like, so I try to think about it that way. But people who don't, like, everybody kind of gets what they deserve in the end, you know?
Yeah.
So if you're not getting what you want, there's probably like a reason for it.
Yeah, maybe stop bitching and start handling your own life.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
No shit. But yeah, so right on the UFC thing, there was something that did come out that got some controversy. UFC fighter Josh Hokett wins bout at White House Octagon, then tells the crowd that Michelle Obama's a man.
Yeah, I condemn that. Shout out to black queens all over the world. You know what I'm saying? So
What the fuck? I'm not a black queen.
No. I wasn't saying you were. I was
Only on the weekend. Only on the weekends, brother. Only on the weekends. Yeah.
I was pandering, bro. I'm trying to.
I thought it was fucking
Trying to get a
hilarious.
meta deal.
Yeah.
I can't right now.
Let's check this out.
I'm demonetized on Facebook for 90 days. I saw something real quick. Like a congresswoman was with Zuckerberg, and I like commented, and she said something, and I almost wanted to comment like, "Yo, could you ask him to like get my shit back?" But I was like, I don't know. I shouldn't do that right now.
Let's check Hokett out.
Lastly, Michelle Obama is a man. All right, America.
That's so funny
And,
that he did that there in front of everyone, the president,
bro.
the White House. Like, this is like a historic event.
Yeah.
Dude, he's like top tier trolling.
Well, bro, I mean, this is creating the character. This is what we're talking about. The reason Conor McGregor is because he does and says wild ass shit that people want to fucking see.
Yeah.
Attaches
Okay.
ropes to his
The
penis.
reason, what's his face? No, the other guy.
An0maly.
No, fucking
McGregor.
Strickland.
Oh, Strickland.
The reason
Yeah.
Strickland has developed a following is because he does and says crazy shit,
Yeah.
and people want to hear what he's going to say.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is their branding. This is their branding. You know,
He called Justin Gaethje Justin Goichi.
who did?
Oh,
Strickland?
Yeah, he was calling him Justin Goichi. That shit's
Well,
so funny.
Dude, the internet went on fire with the Michelle Obama thing.
Rogan looked so he was like, "Oh no,
Yeah.
you're gonna get me in trouble."
I wish they would have panned in on Trump when he said that. I want to see what Trump's reaction was.
Yeah, the memes that have been coming out, there are only two genders, male and female, with a picture of Michelle Obama and
man.
First Lady Melania Trump. Stuff like this. But not everybody was happy about it, dude.
Really, I
yeah.
thought that would go over super
I thought,
well
listen,
in the liberal
I thought it was
community.
great. I thought it was fucking great. You know, and again, until I'm proven wrong, might be true. I don't know, dude. I don't know.
You believe it's true.
I genuinely believe it's true.
I know.
genuinely
I'm
believe.
undecided.
Dude, listen,
You're
I
gonna catch
genuinely-
that.
You know why?
That Candace Owens Macron
No, that's
lawsuit,
fine.
bro.
That's fine. I mean, listen, bring it.
Just
Well,
kidding.
fuck, dude.
I'm just kidding.
Joan Rivers said it, and she was dead 2 weeks later.
That was
That's
crazy.
right.
Yeah.
That's right. I think the chef got tired of it. Next thing you know, he's fucking floating. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
dude. I don't know, man.
I'm just saying, you know,
All I know is that Joan Rivers said that shit first, and 2 weeks later, bro, she was dead.
she was out. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what my proof is?
What's that?
And now I will say it's circumstantial at best, right? But I know a lot of black women, and every black woman that I know has a picture of themselves when they were pregnant.
Oh,
I've
yeah, I
never
heard
seen
about
that.
that.
Listen,
That's every woman.
no. But listen, in the black community,
That's every woman.
Andy, in the black community, that is like That is like the thing.
That's not a black thing.
No, but I know. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, though, in the black community, it's
He's
even
trying to
more.
claim
like,
it.
it's
How do you
really
know that?
important. Come on, Andy. Bro, it's proof for child support. Is what it is. I didn't want to say it, but Joseph, all right, thank you. All right, it's proof. All right, it's proof. They'll have it with the baby daddy. Like, it's proof.
I saw an article, like, and it came out years after the accusations that, like, she did in vitro or something.
Mhm.
Is that with another woman, or I don't know?
Oh, I saw that with their
Yeah.
friends or whatever.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think I don't. Yeah, I don't even. Is that what in vitro means?
In vitro, no, it just
No.
means like
It was
the-
a
like the-
surrogate.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
okay.
you're thinking of surrogate. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Vitro is just test tube babies, and then they put them back in there.
Oh, that's
Um,
crazy.
yeah, it's
Okay.
wild. But yeah, not everybody was happy about this though. Shane Gillis, out of all people, this surprised me. He was not happy with it.
Really?
Yeah, exactly. Right? Yeah, Shane Gillis rejects UFC fighter's crude Michelle Obama jab after White House win. Let's check this clip.
Hey Shane, how'd you enjoy the night, man?
Pretty cool.
What do you think of Josh?
It was incredible.
What do you think? What do you think of him saying that Obama's a man?
I didn't look at it. Come on.
Shane, jump in here. How come? Jump in, Shane.
Why do you think? Ship me, guys. Come on.
How was it?
So I didn't like it, and he's like, "Well, why not?" He's like, "Why do you think?" Is what he responded.
He
to.
probably has enough problems. He's
Yeah,
like,
that's
I'm
right.
not gonna take on this dude.
It must be.
bro.
Yeah, he must be getting some heat right now.
Well, dude, that's what I was thinking because there's a clip of Shane Gillis a couple of years ago saying the exact same thing. So I think it's just a little hot right now. You know, he's
Who
not
knows?
just trying not to get more black people on him because
Well, bro, I saw a lot of. I saw this being made into like a race thing, which
Oh,
I
it's so
didn't
stupid.
understand.
it's so stupid.
Like what he said had nothing to do with race.
No,
Okay, was it a race thing when Candace Owens said that Macron's wife has a dick?
no,
Yeah.
Is that a race thing?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And people are getting all fucking worked up about it. It's like, dude, come on, man.
Candace didn't just say it. She put on like a masterclass documentary piece
For
about
6
it.
months straight.
She's
Right,
like,
yeah.
you thought a comment was bad. Here's a 5-part docu-series
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah, no,
It's like-
Candace is just Frenchist. You know what I'm saying? She's a
That's what I'm
Frenchist.
saying.
Yeah.
Like, dude, this had nothing to do with race. Like, come on, get the fuck out of here, dude.
It's so-
like,
it's
and by
stupid.
the way, it's been being said for 15 years.
There's black people saying,
Okay, yeah, like
like
dude,
me.
I'm yeah, but dude, like, are we not exhausted with this shit? I mean,
Yeah.
come the fuck on. Not everything's about fucking race.
Yeah.
Okay. And by the way, when you make everything about race, you're playing into the fucking plan of division. That is the point.
Mhm.
The point is to get black people and white people to argue about fucking race so they never figure out that, oh shit, we're all getting fucked by these same people.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Well, and I think it's important too. Like nobody's saying, "Oh, she looks like a man." You know what I'm saying? Because she's a big, strong black woman that looks like a man. Nobody's saying that.
No, they're saying she has a dick.
We're saying that she has a cock.
Yeah.
Like, there's a big difference.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so, like, I think that's important.
I will
You know?
say, like, just
I don't think she looks like a man. I think she is. This is the difference.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
being on the internet too much, like I see so many, like we were talking about with the truthers
Yeah.
earlier. They're calling like everyone a tranny. Like they think like Trump's wife's a tranny. I've had people say that I was transgender, and I was like, that hurts my feelings. Like I'm not famous enough to take these accusations. I'm still fragile. So like, and like people are like, you're a hologram, you're a tranny, and it's
Oh my
like,
God.
it's like, man, you know, yeah. So
It's fucking
I
weird,
think
dude.
like the Michelle Obama is like the OG accusation, but now like you spend enough time online, you look at everyone from different angles and shit. You see how much like makeup chicks wear, they take it off, and you're like, oh, she's
Yeah.
had a lot of makeup on.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
she's
dude, even with like the transgender on white, like this fooled Madai. Like he didn't know. You know
Bro,
what
if
I'm
you
saying?
showed me that
Yeah.
right there and didn't say shit, I would think that was a woman.
Yeah, like I mean, so like it's hard to tell these days.
I mean, you ever been in Thailand?
I've not. No.
Don't go Yeah.
Like,
because you won't be able to tell.
like I was saying with the makeup, like
Yeah.
chicks, like they wear so much makeup, it's kind of like weird. Where you're like, what do you really look like? Like, what is
Yeah.
like the actual you that exists?
Yeah.
So it's like there's a lot of games being
Yeah.
played. Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. I always see. Yeah, it's. Hey, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna stop myself right there.
I got time. I got time.
No, I got-
story
you know.
time.
My filter kicked in.
that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. No. Last thing on this though, bro. The flyover by like, it's like, bro. Look at this picture.
That's a
This
pretty
is
cool
fucking
picture.
Sick.
Yeah.
The
It's
production
fucking
was
sick.
incredible. It
Yeah.
was so sweet.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal, dude. Like, and if you're upset about this,
You're probably upset about everything.
everything pisses you off.
Yeah.
Well, there were liberals that were like, "Oh, it looks like shit on the White House lawn," like because they found a picture earlier, and it's like, all right, in hindsight, it definitely wasn't shit. It didn't look like shit at all. It looked cool.
I think that's fucking incredible.
I thought it was cool too.
Guys,
It's like my favorite thing he's done so far.
You agree?
If it was just that, dude, it'd be killer administration so far. Yeah.
Yeah, just don't do anything else.
That's right.
Keep throwing
Stop
vibes.
taking Netanyahu's calls.
That's right.
More
Just
Dana.
stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, more Dana.
Yeah, no, man.
Yeah.
Guys, jump in on the comments, though. Let us know what you guys think down in the comments section. And with that, let's talk about some things we're not happy about.
Wait, do you have the Netanyahu shit in here?
Oh, yeah, that's what
All
we're
right,
gonna
cool.
do. Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
we're
'cause
gonna
I was
do.
gonna-
Yahoo's here? Oh,
Yeah.
shit, I did. I got to go.
Was he there? I didn't see him there.
No, he
No,
wasn't
that
there.
was a rumor.
And
That
that
was
was
a
a
rumor.
fucking other rumor that
Yeah.
people were making up to try and like
Make it, yeah.
make it be like, oh, it's fucking Israel. Like, dude,
They
come.
reserved 4,000 seats for Netanyahu's people.
Yeah,
No,
right.
they
Yeah,
installed
like,
enough
shut up.
cameras around the White House lawn. They watched it from
Yeah.
back home. No, I'm just
Yeah,
kidding. I'm
no
just kidding.
shit. No shit.
I'm
Yeah,
just
let's
playing.
get into
They,
headline two.
they watched it from everybody's cell phone.
Oh, he just put it back in his pocket. Go to the other guy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, let's get into headline two because again, you got the UFC 250. Again, awesome event, super amazing. There's been a lot of other stuff that's been happening in the background and in the shadows. So let's get a little update there. Headline two reads: Trump announces U.S. and Iran have reached peace deal. Here's when the Strait of Hormuz opens and what happens next. So, allegedly, the United States and Iran have reached a peace deal to end their 3.5-month-old war. President Trump announced Sunday evening. This was just before the fights. The Strait of Hormuz, which carries 20% of the world's oil, is set to reopen on Friday when a deal is signed in Switzerland, officials said. Quote, the deal with the Islamic Republic of Iran is now complete, Trump wrote on Truth Social. Now, the agreement, which has not officially been seen publicly, but the White House on Friday described to reporters 5 key points that are inside of the deal. So one is that Iran will destroy its highly enriched uranium. Tehran will pledge never to obtain a nuclear weapon. Economic relief will come after those first 2 steps are completed. There's like $12 billion or something like that. That's supposed to be
It's a
released.
$300 billion fund funded by the Gulf nations.
Got it. Okay. Okay. And then the Strait of Hormuz.
Now that's what I read like literally an hour ago.
Okay, got it.
By the
I'm
time
gonna
this
say,
comes out, who the fuck knows?
it might be 500 bajillion.
They might be making us write a check.
That's right.
Yeah.
The Strait of Hormuz will be opened immediately upon the signing, and Iran must stop funding terrorist groups, including Hezbollah. All right,
Is
now-
Israel going to stop funding
Well,
Hezbollah?
So that's the thing. So there's been a lot of very interesting things coming out of little old BB, and one of those things. There's been a lot of contention about this peace deal because the peace deal was very close to being signed. I believe the Friday, just this past Friday, and then Saturday morning, Netanyahu has Israel start bombing the shit out of Beirut. Right, like
Now-
right when the peace deal is about to get signed.
I'm pretty sure. Now I can't remember the guy's name.
Oh yeah,
I can't remember. I think his name was like Randy
that Randy guy.
Kinsella.
Mm-hmm.
Randy Kinsella. That was his name, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure he said over and over and over again that every single time that we're going to get close to anything, that Netanyahu's going to fucking just missile people to keep it going.
100%.
That's going to be the play, and it's going to continue.
Exactly what happened.
Joe Kent was saying that too. The guy
Yeah.
who stepped down, he was
Mhm.
like, and that guy seems super measured and calm when he talks about
Yeah.
it. He doesn't seem like very emotional, but he's like, Trump needs to restrain Israel because in order for a peace deal, he feels like they're never going to stop, which
Yeah.
seems to be the case.
Seems to be the case. Now, with that, Trump told Axios in an interview that Netanyahu has, quote, no fucking judgment.
See, that's Trump's mistake. That's where Trump's making a mistake. It's not that he has no judgment. He knows exactly what the fuck he's doing.
It's great judgment.
Yes.
Yeah, great judgment. Because they have no plan. Israel has no intentions on stopping.
No.
Some people, like, obviously, they don't trust the government or Trump, so they think it's like a total theater,
Mm-hmm.
which I understand why people think that. It's
I do too.
For
it's
sure.
either that or Trump's going to find out, I think, the hard way, like how little they want to cooperate with him. So
Well,
time will
I think
tell,
there's
you know?
3 options here. I think there's the one option that you just laid out 2 of them.
Right.
Okay. He's part of it. Okay. Which is what a lot of people think right now.
Right.
Okay. And it's hard to argue that. Like you said,
It's hard to defend.
It's hard to defend that because every single thing he's done lends itself to that optic. There's another theory. The theory is Netanyahu is manipulating Trump.
Leveraged.
Right?
Yeah, right.
Then there's a third theory. And the third theory is the one that everybody wants to fucking make fun of everybody for believing, but it's also a relevant option. And the third theory could be that Donald Trump knows exactly what's going on, and he's allowing Israel to show themselves to the world for what they really are.
Yeah.
Because if you think about what it would take for the entire world, because like, dude, this isn't just in America, bro. Every other, like all the Eastern countries, they fucking are pissed off at Israel. All of Europe's pissed off at Israel. They understand who facilitated the migrant crisis. They understand.
Everybody's dealing with it,
Everybody understands what Israel has done to Europe, to the Western countries. They're all understanding it. Now, take the sports guy that we talked about a little bit ago. We all understand what Netanyahu's doing and what Israel's been doing is bad, but does the sports guy? Probably not. Okay, so what would it actually take for America to sever its ties with Israel? It would take literal global fucking pressure for Trump to, because for Trump to sever ties with Israel, that would mean cleaning out all of the financial corruption here in the United States. That would mean basically dismantling our CIA. These things take massive pressure and awareness from people for them to be done because they're massive undertakings. So there's 3 options that could be in play here. And none of us know which one is which. But I can tell you this. If I were going to do it personally, how I would do it is I would make Netanyahu think that I'm his best fucking friend. I would lend the decision-making to him, almost concede it, make him feel like he's in control, let him expose himself, and then I would pull my shit out and let him deal with the consequences. That's what I would do, personally. So
they've definitely lost a lot of support everywhere
sure.
over the last couple of years. Yeah.
What would his support be if he came out, let's say he came out today?
Well, can I show you this tweet that just came out?
Yeah.
Because I know exactly where you're going.
Okay.
And dude, it actually really lends to that, bro, because here's the thing. You got all of this going, right? And there were some other choice words that Trump also said about Netanyahu that came out. And so this deal's announced, and then now we're getting information that Benjamin Netanyahu told Trump that Israel will not withdraw from Lebanon and does not consider itself part of the new U.S.-Iran agreement. Okay. And then even just more recently, right before the show, I was putting this together, I saw this, that Israel's Minister of Defense, okay, says the U.S. does not tell Israel what to do, and they are not bound by the U.S. peace deal with Iran. Quote, the days are over when the Jew took blows and kept silent.
Well, I say the days are over of the American male fighting the wars for Israel. I think
I think those days are over.
that's what you should be worried about over there, Mr. Ben.
That's right.
If we know something about Trump, Trump doesn't like to be embarrassed.
No.
Okay? When Massey spoke out against Trump, what do you do to Massey? When Marjorie Taylor Greene spoke out, what do you do to her?
Yeah.
Okay? And the way he treated them makes me believe that out of those 3 options that we talked about, it's the middle one where, now I said what I would be doing, right? I would be doing the third one. I'd be sucking them in. Stop it.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
I'd be drawing them in.
Okay.
Okay, I'd be drawing them in.
As long as it's not off.
Yeah.
As long as in is off, you know.
I'd be drawing them in, all right? And and then I would let them expose themselves, and then I would make the moves in one big fucking chop.
Just be done with it.
And yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And it would be their power would cease to exist.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's actually what's happening, but I think there's a chance of that's how I would do it.
Yeah.
But because of the way that I've seen him, how it went down with Massey and how it went down with MTG, I think it's what you said. I think he trusted this guy, that he was dealing in good faith. And I think now he's being embarrassed on the public stage, which will actually cause the third option to materialize regardless.
Dude, he's not, you like Trump's ego does not allow for anybody, no matter who the fuck you are. You could be his biggest supporter, you could be his biggest fucking enemy. I don't think his ego allows for things like this to be said about him, or these talks coming from that. I don't think his ego allows.
Well, clearly they have something. They have something they're holding
over him,
over the country.
Yeah.
I don't think it's over Trump.
I think it's over the country.
I think it's over the country.
Yeah.
I don't think it's like what people say. We're like, oh, they got Trump and he's diddling kids and shit, bro. Like, we read the whole Epstein files. Like, it's fucking nothing like that's in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Now there are 3 million pages that haven't been released, but
nobody's seen those, so you don't fucking know.
There's a lot of financial leverage too. You know,
sure.
Like if you can prove that, where it's like there's a lot of companies, and depending who has loyalty.
Yes.
I wanted to say this real quick too. Like, for me, and I've always been independent in the media, the Israel lobby came at me super hard. I barely said anything, and that's when I I didn't even know that much about it, but how they came, it's like, okay, they want you to agree with them. And I was probably more outspoken than someone like Charlie Kirk, but Charlie was like way more powerful and on it.
Yeah.
So even though he had worked, I won't say worked for Israel, but basically like served them with PR his whole career, the second he didn't, like, they started running, maybe not the country, but people started running articles calling him an anti-Semite. And with Trump, like, he's going to find out that way, even if he's done 99.9% for them. If he ever wants to do 1% for America and not for them, they're going to turn on him too. So I'm hoping it's what you're saying as well. It's like, he's like, dude, I've done everything for you, and this is how you thank me. And they're like, yeah, pretty much. So then it's like,
that's
either
not going to work out well.
Eat it, or he has to freak out. So it's like, part of me, I get why people think everything's a show, because most of it is, and like everyone's lying. But like you said with Trump's ego, it's like he's really not an ideologue. Like, he does things, but then it's like, I'm hoping that that's the case, where it's like he's like, really? I've done so much for you, and this is how you thank me? And they're like, yeah, because we want you to work for us forever, not just like,
we're the ones that put you in power. We're the ones that gave you the money. We're the ones that
we got rid of Massey for you.
I believe, and dude, could be totally wrong. Could be totally fucking wrong.
It's a possibility for sure, though.
I believe that there is coming a time very shortly where the hammer's going to get dropped on the government of Israel, right? And I don't, otherwise, or he's going to go down as a total bitch his whole life.
Yeah.
Well, even in their own government, they have like a lot of, I'm not the most well versed on it, but like before, Charlie was talking about this too, before October 7th, like they had like a big protest.
Oh, yeah.
And then even now, like, if you
Netanyahu's
read like
about to
Haaretz
go-
and
he was
stuff.
getting court-martialed,
Bro,
Trump's been trying to keep him out of court. So I bet Trump's probably telling him that too. He's like, bro, I'm your biggest advocate to keep you out of prison or court or whatever. And it's like, he's like, probably like, really? You're not going to let me?
You can't argue with terrorists, bro. Like, you can't negotiate with them.
Not supposed to.
Well, you just, whether it's an actual terrorist that's like hijacking an airplane, or whether it's a political terrorist. And we have a political terrorist in the cabal of Israel and their whole little network. And to your point, this is why, like, I don't get down with the whole it's the Jews fucking narrative, because that's just part of their weapon to defend themselves. Okay? Half of the Jewish people of Israel, at least, fucking hate Netanyahu. Okay? There's protests that happen every single day in this country that are led by Jewish people that are anti-Israel protests. So this whole idea of saying, it's the fucking Jews. The problem with that is that that's how they've defended and been able to operate their entire time. They said, look, dude, these people fucking hate us. We need to pass these anti-speech laws. We need to do this. We need to do that. When in reality, when you generalize an entire population, it keeps the accountability to the individuals who are doing the bad shit from happening.
It's a Marxist tactic because they
For
ran
sure.
they ran it with the LGBT shit. They ran it with the BLM shit. Like, and when you trace back who all's run, they all have Marxist fucking.
Yeah.
It all traces back to
Yeah.
that. You know what I'm saying? Being able to hide under the defense of that. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? And so it's like, oh, you can't question BLM, otherwise you're racist.
Yeah.
Right? You can't say BLM stealing money and buying houses. No, that's racist. You can't say that it's all.
You know
trans
what it
people,
is, bro?
Because you're homophobic.
People say people have a lot to say about Bilzerian, but I actually think he communicates it pretty well if you listen to what he's saying. He calls it Jewish supremacy. Okay, and there's a group of these people in Israel that are that way.
Yeah.
That's the way they are.
Yeah.
They believe they're better than everybody else. They believe that they'll say it openly, by the way, but that still doesn't reflect the beliefs of every single fucking Jewish person on the planet. Not even most of them. So like, we got to get smarter about how we attack these things with less generalization and understand that this is a very small group of people. This is not millions of corrupt people, bro. There's probably 2,000 people on the planet that are causing the disruption for the rest of the 8 billion.
Yeah.
And once you name those people and once you decide, everybody understands who those people actually are by name, now there's a chance to actually solve the problem. But when we generalize this entire thing, like, dude, we saw it here with, like, you brought it up, the black community, right? Like, if you 5 years ago, if you said the truth, which was that George Floyd died of a fucking overdose and that George Floyd was a fucking menace to society his whole motherfucking life, you hated all black people.
Yeah, you hate all of us.
Yeah, what the fuck you talking about, dude?
No, I said George.
Yes.
Well, yeah, I think a lot of the backlash online and just people like waking up and talking more, it's from having no accountability, where it's like, say like 10 years ago, you call everything racist, and now nobody kind of cares, and like everyone will talk about crime statistics because they're like, you won't talk about it, so I'm going to talk about it.
Yeah.
So in the Jewish community too, I think a lot of times, like, you know, they're playing to both sides and they won't take accountability, and it's made the issue worse, where it's like, yeah, you don't have to say it to everyone. Obviously, that's never true. However, like when you have these like kind of like organizations like smearing and, you know, like you got like Republican Jewish Coalition. I remember this happened one time. I was like, yo, this is crazy. They were doing something, right? They're an actual group. And then someone mentioned it, like Tucker Carlson. And then the head of Breitbart, or Joel Pollack, he's like a senior editor. He was like, did you say this? You were talking about the Jewish this and that? I was like, no, he literally said the name of the organization. And the guy who's supposed to be this journalist misquoted it to act like Tucker's just this raging anti-Semite.
Right.
And then now it looks like, you know, I'm part Italian. If I was like, yo, you can't speak about any Italians, we all have loyalty to America, it would make me start to look suspicious. Not because I'm Italian, but because I'm like, none of my people. So it's like there's.
Well, dude, and then you have the people, like what I just said, when I said, hey, it's not all Jewish people. People be like, oh, what are you getting, $7,000 to fucking say that? What the fuck are you talking about?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I wish. Shit.
I like
take
to
it.
be super accurate. The same thing I was talking about earlier, where it's like, I have no problem being edgy if that's what it seems like, but I want to be super, super accurate.
Yeah.
You know, and like just not mince my words and just be like, same with like crime and stuff. It's like, it's not everyone, but if you look at
It's always them, you know what I'm saying?
But I'm saying you can see the statistics, but it doesn't mean I'm like, oh my gosh, everyone I see is definitely
well,
doing.
dude,
So
well,
it's just,
also, there's
Jay's checking for his wallet.
yeah,
right
but
now.
bro, yeah, but see, you know what's helped?
Is my bag? Hold on. Let me check my bag.
So, dude, yeah, you always take a risk sitting over there, bro.
Right, that's right.
So you sit next to the Black Queen, you know what I'm saying? So, bro, but the thing is, the thing that's helped cure that in the black community is that now you have a lot of black men, especially, and black women, but a lot of black men especially being like, hey, I don't want to be lumped in with this fucking shit. Y'all need to get your shit together. Like, and that's starting to happen in the Jewish community.
Glenn Greenwald is like a great reporter. You know,
Yeah.
he talks about it. I know Max Blumenthal does. Dave Smith.
Yeah.
To some extent.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. Dave Smith is fucking Jewish,
Yeah.
you
But
know?
then it's like they just, you know, then they'll hate you and they'll be like, you're like an Uncle Tom of Jews. Like,
Yeah.
you know, it's like there's always.
What do they call it? What's the Uncle Tom for Jews? What is it called?
Uncle Ezekiel. Uncle Goldstein.
That's right.
You know? Fuck, dude. The shit's so out of hand, it's comical.
Dude.
You know? It's like, come on, guys.
It definitely isn't.
Don't be
working,
so
though,
stupid to play into their fucking mechanisms.
Mm-hmm.
Once again with the internet, it's like there's always going to be a lane for something. But
Yeah.
what I've noticed in the, not just that community, but every community, it's like people will be like best friends, then they'll beef, and they'll be like coalitions, then they're mad at each other.
Yeah.
That's why I like try to stay to myself, because like I don't really know you people. I'm not gonna hate on you or say anything, but like you're also not my best friend because I don't even know you. And they're like, oh, you have the same views as me. You're my best friend. It's like, that's not always how it works. And then like 3 months later, like, fuck you, you're a traitor.
Yeah.
You were always working for them, and it's like, it's too much like drama.
Come on, man.
Online for me,
Yeah. So we shall see what's gonna come of this.
Yeah, I
though.
mean, it sounds like we're gonna get some cheaper gas. That's gonna make people happy. Like, dude, think about it though, for real. If Trump were to come out today, this isn't gonna happen today. But let's just say he did. Yeah. Let's say he came out and he said, you know what? They've been blackmailing me. They've been threatening us. I've been trying to protect you guys. I trusted this guy. He's clearly a piece of shit. Fuck them. We're not doing shit for them anymore. What would his approval rating be globally?
Oh, be fucking
so high.
Yeah,
that be next.
And what is
terms sweep for sure.
And what does Trump care about most?
Those ratings.
All right,
those ratings.
So
it'd be very simple too, dude.
I know. Like, dude, and the worst.
They don't want peace. It's obvious.
Listen, dude. There's a. Trump has a saying that he said many years ago that he said, you know, sometimes I wish that I would lose everything so that I could figure out who was actually loyal and who's actually my friend. That's what he said. I have studied Donald Trump for 30 years, okay, in my business area, not politically, before he got into politics. If you haven't read his book, Think Big and Kick Ass, it's a very insightful book as to how he thinks in his mind. Trump cares about being the bad. This is not a bad thing in this situation.
Yeah.
It's a bad thing if he doesn't execute on it. But Trump cares most. His biggest weapon and his biggest liability is his own ego. And when you embarrass someone that's like that over and over and over again, eventually they're like, you know what? I don't give a fuck what you have on me. Fuck you. And I see that coming.
That's the weapon piece.
That is the weapon.
Yeah.
And if he were to come out and just say, you know what, dude? Here's what they got. Okay. And I'm making this up. Okay. Total making this up. So do not take this as like, I know something or whatever. Right. But, oh, you know what? Melania happened to be an escort and I met her and then we fell in love and I married her. And that's what they're doing. If he were to come out and say some shit like that,
no one would care.
No one would fucking care.
Yeah.
They'd be like, fucking, that's even more reason to bury him. You know? So like, the sentiment is becoming so anti-Netanyahu and so anti-America being aligned with Israel. And we're putting ourselves on an island globally to the point where he either has to do that or he's literally going to go down as the biggest fucking bitch of a president ever. And I don't think he's going to allow that to happen regardless.
Yeah, I think he's been like this term, especially because I think his last term, besides the COVID part, was a little more normal. But he's surrounded by people like donors, billionaires. Like he's been rich for a while, so he knows everybody. Like the best golfers. Yeah, I think so many people were.
And a lot of the people he does business with are tied into Israel, bro.
Oh yes, so many.
You know,
but go ahead. He took so much money, and like I think they were just kissing his ass to get shit from him. They realized like you can't fight this guy. You gotta just kiss his ass. Like you lose when you fight him. But then like they're pulling the strings on him, and he's doing all this stuff. And I think what you're saying, like now he's super unpopular. People don't like him. It's humiliating. So I'm hoping he does all the stuff you're saying, because I do think, as much as people don't want to admit it, it's like not that he's like an innocent victim, but it's like he's so egotistical, and like he probably thought, they're like, dude, if you fight this war, it's gonna be so great, everyone's gonna love it, it's gonna end in 2 weeks. Then it's like 3 months later, and he's like, oh, dude, like he won't ever admit he made a mistake, but he might be looking at it now and like, bro, I'm stuck here for 50 years if I don't end this now. So I feel like that's the best hope that we have, is that he gets pissed at all the people around him. But that's the problem with having like a huge ego. Like it's good to be confident, but who's around him that tells him anything other than like, you're the greatest thing ever? And now that the backfiring's coming, because I think 90% of the donors, they just wanted shit out of him. So as soon as they get what they want, they're like, bro, I don't give a fuck if you and your family looks crazy for the next 50 years. Like, I'll just go to the next president.
Yeah.
You know, and I hope he's realizing that, because like when I read those headlines, could be a misdirection, but also
Yeah, it could be total theater to throw
yeah, I wanted to run this by you too, real quick. When it said those things where it was like, here's what we want you to do. The first two is like, get rid of this, then we'll give you the money. That's pretty fucking risky for Iran to be like, get rid of the nukes, then we'll give you the money. Like, what if they do the first two and then Trump and Israel are like, psych?
Yeah.
And I'm sure they're thinking that too, because like, say we had this sort of deal with me and you, and you're like, do this and then I'll give it.
Well,
and
it's
I'd be
just,
like, are you sure?
Well, it's like buying something off Facebook Marketplace, bro. Like, it's no different. Like, or it's like, you know, I recently bought a motorcycle from these dudes in California. They had a small dealership. When I called the dealership, the dude barely spoke English. Okay. And the whole thing was I had to send the money before the fucking paperwork, like you do when you get a car, right? Like, you got to write the check, you sign the paperwork. Somebody has to go first. And there's risk in that. Right. So, yeah, I agree with you, man.
Yeah, and I hope it works, because I think this war needs to end. But
100%. Well, I think that's something too that I would like to say to people. It's like, you know, for all the people who are like, oh, well, you know, nothing gonna come. As if you're an American, if you were born and raised in this country, I think that there should be like an inept or an internal drive to want this country to succeed. Right. And like, you should want us to win, the United States, no matter who's in office. Like, you should want our country, you should want our fellow Americans to win. And so this would be the time for all of our truthers out there to use your voices, right? Since that's all you care to do, we can create the pressure that's needed to make the changes that we want, because you should be wanting American and America to win. Use your voices to do that piece.
And say it happens.
Get the pressure going.
People can take credit for that, where it's like, dude, we made it so unpopular to be in this war.
Exactly.
That's why he had to pull out. You know, I think that is playing a huge role, is seeing how unpopular it is, how expensive everything is. Like, we could, not me personally, but everybody that's like, oh, yeah, put pressure on him. And then if he does pull out, I bet he wouldn't have if 90% of the country was like, fuck yeah, let's go to war for 20 years and pay $8 a gallon. Like, you know, easy. I think the pressure is playing a massive role. And you could even see like JD Vance, he's trying to be like a little tougher, like, dude, I don't know what Israel's doing. Like, you know, they feel the pressure a little bit for sure.
Got to keep feeling it, man. Guys, jump in the comments. Let us know what you guys think about this topic. With that being said, let's get to our third and final headline. Headline 3. Headline 3 reads, you like that?
Yeah, that's smooth. That's smooth.
Everybody likes this picture. It's a good picture. Headline number 3 reads, Elon Musk just became the world's first trillionaire. How much is $1 trillion, really? Let's talk about it. This was interesting.
This is how much it is. If you have $1, $1 to your name,
okay,
you are closer to Jeff Bezos than Jeff Bezos is to Elon Musk right now.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, I saw that headline. The average person is closer to Bezos than Bezos is to Elon.
That's
so Jeff,
crazy.
if you're we're all broke right now, Jeff. It's all good, you know.
Dude,
welcome to
that's
the
crazy.
club.
Yeah.
Welcome to the club, Bezos.
Yeah, this is fucking crazy, dude. Let's talk about it, man. Elon Musk became the world's first trillionaire on Friday, reaching a wealth milestone never before achieved in human history. But how much money is 1 trillion? The human brain isn't built to comprehend such massive figures, so the post is here to help paint a picture of the Tesla founder's unimaginable wealth and put into context. So 1 million seconds was June 1st, 2026. A billion seconds was October 12th, 1994. A trillion seconds ago, for comparison, was roughly 30,000 BC during Earth's most recent ice age. If you look at it visually, the height of a stack of $1 trillion would stretch 1/4 of the way to the moon. Similarly, if that same stack was laid out end to end, each bill with a length of 6.14 inches, it would surpass the distance between the Earth and the sun by nearly 4 million miles.
I always think in my head, like a billion is 1,000 millions. A trillion is 1,000 billions. As a business mogul, and like a trillion.
That's so much money.
Yeah, man.
That's so much fucking money.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, it's not like liquid cash, right? Which is like one of the misconceptions a lot of people don't understand.
Well,
I'm sure a shit ton of it is. So.
that misunderstanding allows all the financial gurus and coaches on the internet to fucking wreak havoc on people with bad advice because people don't understand the difference between net worth and actual liquid dollars.
Liquid cash,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's probably mostly SpaceX and Tesla,
For
right?
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're counting mostly the equity in those companies,
Of course.
Because
That's what net worth is.
That's right.
Yeah.
And so, because
It's assets minus liabilities, bro.
Yeah.
The guy lives in like a regular house. He's got fucking a $75 million jet. The guy's worth a lot of money.
He's worth
You know
a
what I'm
lot of
saying?
fucking
He doesn't have a lot of relative liabilities.
Yeah.
And honestly, how could you?
Yeah.
The guy could he could buy every single sports team, every single of the 4 major sports teams. He could buy F1. He could buy fucking
Not a team. He could buy F1.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, yeah. I mean, like the guy could own like literally he could buy every single car manufacturer on the planet. Okay, like that's what we're talking about here.
Jeez.
It's a different, like to conceptualize that is almost impossible for even a wealthy person.
Yeah. What do you think he's thinking about it?
I think he's thinking about what he's always thought about, which
Yeah.
is what I'm going to do next.
Mm.
You don't get $1 trillion by thinking about making $1 trillion.
Mm.
Just like you don't become a millionaire by thinking about becoming a millionaire. You become a millionaire by thinking of problems that you need to solve that are worthy of solving. And that's what he's always done. You know, he started with PayPal. He identified a situation where people could not transact money online the way, in a safe way. So he solved that problem. He then saw the problem of, which has been manufactured, of climate. And whether, you believe in it or not, which you shouldn't because it's bullshit. We learned this in 2nd grade fucking, that.
How trees breathe.
Yeah. Trees believe. Yeah, right. Like, how do trees produce oxygen? Go look that up.
Mm-hmm.
So, and when you start to remember that you got taught in 2nd grade, then it would make sense as to why people like Bill Gates are taking the fucking trees out and shit.
That's
Okay.
right.
There's evil people and then there's people trying to solve problems. Bill Gates became evil the minute he got that pie in the face out there in the
Oh,
public.
bro, that was his villain.
Oh, yeah. He
story
said,
right
fuck it. I'm killing everybody.
there. Everybody has
Yeah.
to die.
So, yeah.
Hello, darkness, my
You
old
could see it
friend.
happen, bro. You could see it happen, dude. But anyway,
He should have got jacked like Bezos and just found some hot chick or something.
Yeah.
That would have been a
Yeah.
better.
yeah, instead of
better arc.
becoming a
Fucking
disgusting
villain.
zombie old villain. Like, dude, you could have worked out. You could like get in shape. You could have had any hot chick, probably all of them at the same time. You could have fucking, instead you decide to be a fuck.
Mhm.
You know what I'm
Make
saying?
Fake meat.
How's that working out for you?
That's right.
Anyway, but like, dude, I saw a lot of people criticizing this, right? Like they're like, oh, nobody should be a trillionaire. Well, when we think about the problems that are being solved by this person, okay, this guy, it's the same reason Steve Wozniak and Apple, right? These guys invent solutions. It's the same. You want to say whatever you want about Bill Gates. The guy invented something that everybody fucking uses. Okay, so when you solve big problems, you
Global
make big
problems.
money.
That's right.
Okay,
That's right.
and it takes a certain set of balls and a certain mindset to think that way. And so I don't know Elon. I know people that do know Elon, and I don't think Elon gives a fuck about the money. I think Elon is like legit, just like, now I don't think everything he's doing is fucking great. Like I don't know, like, but I mean, the guy invents Starlink. We're sitting here fucking talking to Greg Anderson, who's in the middle of the Pacific Ocean on a fucking rowboat, and he's able to get internet. If something were to go wrong 15 years ago and he did that, he'd be dead. Right now, if something were to go wrong, they could come get him. There's a lot of, the dude solved a lot of big problems. That's what happens when you solve a lot of big fucking problems. You get paid a lot of money, and that's the way capitalism works. And so, like, I don't know, like you say, what is he thinking about? I think he's probably already thinking about something else.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's funny too. Like you brought up the capitalism stuff. The other counter to that is the all the communists. well, he has $1 trillion. There's only 8 billion people. He could give everybody $1 trillion.
I was gonna say the dumbest thing I've seen. Where like, I mean, well, that's not
The
good
math,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
The dumbest thing I've seen. Well, that's dumber, but that I've seen is like, it only costs this much to solve homelessness in the world, and it's like if that were true, anyone could have solved it, not just him. But it's like you could spend 20 trillion on homelessness and make it worse if you don't do it. California can't fix it, even though they're spending money. So it's not like a math equation. Like give everyone money and there's no homeless. Like that's not how it works.
What
The way
about
Spencer's
tomorrow?
Talking about it is
That's right.
What about tomorrow? Listen, that's
why I don't like reparations. Bro.
Listen, bro, that's a cultural
then why'd you
problem.
take my wallet then?
What
Niggas be
Hey, dude, I condemn that, man. I would. Not only would I not say that, but I don't even want to be in the same room with a racist. That no, I'm just
all I'm saying is this: that's a cultural problem. Okay, now you could argue, well, that's because so and so. You can't make everybody else okay by taking from the people who solve the fucking problems. Okay, if you take from the people who are creating the businesses and creating the products and creating the conveniences and creating this, and you give it to the people who don't have the ability nor the understanding nor the will to produce, then everybody gets nothing, which is the fundamental flaw with socialist communist thinking. It's a very easy thing to sell to people because when people don't have shit, they want shit.
But they don't want to do shit.
That's right.
Yeah.
Or they'd be doing it.
That's right.
The homeless problem is deeper than money because California has money. They can't fix it because they're too stupid. They don't look at it like Spencer Pratt does. And then with like the taking the money where it's like, oh, dude, we should tax these billionaires. Like, bro, you could rob every billionaire and the deficit would still increase. The debt would be higher. It would be like
Not only that,
bombs. So it's like
not only that.
Elon's-
Look what they do with our tax dollars anyway. So
Right.
you're just gonna give them. You're telling me that you don't trust private society to solve the problems, and you want to take from people who have earned the money by solving problems, and then you want to take the money from the problem solvers and give it to the government who can't solve shit.
You could rob 30 Elons and they'd still be in debt.
Yeah.
The government. Like that's
Yeah.
how bad they are.
Yeah, dude.
It's like-
But like, dude, like, let's say this problem with homelessness. Are there people, a lot of people, that don't want to be homeless? Absolutely. Are there a lot of people that choose that life? Yes. And all you got to do is talk to them. Have you ever talked to people who are homeless? I have.
Yeah.
A lot of them choose it.
So I saw somebody when I was in LA. I lived in Hollywood. He was 25. Like I was like 25. I was like, oh, this dude looks like he has a future. So I thought, you feed a man a fish, feed him for a day, give him a man a fish, teach him to fish, feed him for a lifetime. So I said, yo, I thought it was so cool too because I was broke, but I was like, I'm gonna give you $40, but I want to take you out to eat. And I was like in my head, I was like, yo, this is so cool. And like, this is like actually helpful. I was excited. And he goes, no, I don't want to. I got a hotel tonight. Like he was embarrassed that I even asked him. And from that point on, I was like, dude, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
I
dude-
tried to take him to eat and he didn't even want it. So he's really not.
There's all kinds of videos like this online too, dude. I mean, if you look for them, there are thousands of videos online where people go to the homeless people and they say, hey man, I'll give you a job, and they won't fucking take it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a culture problem. That's not a problem you could solve with money. You give them the money, they're going to figure out how to live however they want to live until it runs out, and they're going to go right back to that. It's a standards problem. It's a culture problem. Yes, there are predatory practices that create more of this shit than there should be, but you can't buy your way out of that problem. To your point, it's impossible.
And it's like an enforcement problem too. Like say I was running around the First Form facility like trashing it. Like you have every right to be like, bro,
the
either
fuck outta
fucking
here.
stop this shit
Yeah.
or like stop it. So in LA, it's like they have these resources, but they say you can use them, but then you have to follow the rules to stay there. So they use them and then they leave. So the way to solve it, like I think Spencer Pratt knew how to do it, but it's like you got a house, you got a job, like anything, mental health, physical health. We got all those facilities, but you can't stay here. It's
Yeah.
illegal to stay at this
Yeah.
park now. They don't do that. So
Yeah.
they keep growing. It would be the same thing. Like I'm smoking crack here. It's like, bro, you can either stop or get the fuck out. And
Yeah.
once you do that, you would really find out who really needed help and who just was like needed a kick in the ass, like being a parent and not telling your kid no. So it sounds mean, But having lived in LA for 10 years, it's like, dude, there's like hundreds of thousands of people and they're just destroying and rotting the streets and nobody wants to do anything about it. You got to give them every option, but then there has to be enforcement. The last one has to be do it or you're going to prison.
Yeah.
Now they're like, oh fuck, I'll do it.
Yeah.
You know, I'll go get mental help. I'll go get physical help. I'll go to this house. It's not like, homeless. The left is like, no offense on this topic, so stupid. Not that you're being offended, but I don't know. If there's a liberal listening, I'm sorry to 5 people. It's like, but it's just so dumb and it's like fake compassion where it's like, oh, they just need a house. Like that's not really
okay. Well, then
here.
let them move in with you.
Right, 100%. You got a spare room.
Okay, let's talk about this. Okay, this is real shit. If you have a problem with the migrants that don't belong here being deported, if that's your position, and you don't have one of them living in your house, then you're full of shit.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
You're full of shit.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to fix homelessness and you aren't willing to bring a homeless person into your home, you're full of shit.
Shut the fuck up.
Okay, so let's be real about this. All right, like there's solutions to the problem, but most of the people that want the solutions want someone else to handle it.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to touch it. They want a virtue signal about why it's a problem so that they can feel like I'm a good person.
Right.
And because of that, you know, that is a trigger point emotionally to get votes. That's what that is. Okay. We fucking hate rich people. Well, yeah, most people aren't rich. So they're going to fucking be like, yeah, fuck them. I wish I was more rich. Right. Instead of like saying, hey, this is the land of opportunity. If you get your shit together and you handle your shit, you're going to be in a much better position. You may not become Elon Musk. You're probably not. There's never going to be. Most of us don't have the intellectual capacity to even think the way the man thinks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But you're going to be better off. You might be able to get to a middle-class home, but people are unwilling to take responsibility for their own lives. And then that's weaponized against people who have good hearts, but really, I don't even know if they do, because if they did, they would recognize what the real solution is. And the real solution isn't just going to brunch every Sunday and talking about how you voted for this person or that person because they said they're going to do this thing. You would actually look into it. You would actually get involved. You would actually understand what a real solution looked like versus, you know, just labeling yourself a label and getting to pretend like you're more virtuous and you're standing on more high ground. So, like most of the shit that people say they actually care about, they don't. They're just posturing.
Yeah, they care for the distance.
And this goes on. This is across. This is not just liberals, bro. This is across everybody who says they care about America. Okay, if you're not handling your own life, if you're not taking advantage of the opportunity that you were born with here, that was based upon the sacrifice of other men and women that came before you, you're not utilizing that. You're not handling your own shit. You're not controlling your own life. You're not becoming something that's productive. You're not creating anything. How can you really say that you actually care about fixing it?
I think that's the problem in America too, is like everybody wants a better country. They want this, they want that. But do we deserve it? Like as a whole, as a unit, as like a body of a country, like is the average person there mentally? Because I think the country will reflect that once people get there.
1,000%.
And we're just not there. And then with like the taking the money from the billionaires and trillionaires and stuff, whether like the left wingers, it's like, dude, if they take their money, you're not getting any of it, bro. You're not getting shit. They already have, their budgets are trillions of dollars, billions of dollars in California. You're not getting shit now. Why would you get it if they took their money? And then on the right, it's the same thing with the terrorists when Trump's like, yo, you're going to get a $2,000 check. I'm like, bro, you're not going to fucking pay me. And I guarantee I'm going to be paying more in prices.
Yeah.
Whether it brings business back or not, it's like time will tell. I don't really think it did as much as they said, but at the same time, it's like, don't tell me I'm getting any, like, I'm not getting any of this. Just be honest. Some oil baron's going to make more money, or like maybe one of your donors is going to make more money, but the average American, whether it's left or right, government's like not doing much for you except for throwing a sick UFC event. Like that's why I get excited about that. That's all I'm asking for. Just stop robbing me and put on a good event once in a while.
Well, yeah, bro. And you know that now there's an argument to be made there. I mean, and it's true that these people, left and right, that are in the political system legitimately view us as a way for them to milk the money out of us. Like, it's interesting because people think this is a political argument. It's really not. It's a corruption argument. Okay, we have a group of people who are running our government who make promises and deliver on very few of them, continue to tax everyone at a rate that is unreasonable and unfair, do nothing with the tax dollars, and then on top of it, the money that they take, the money that we get to keep, they then print more money, which devalues that money. So this is about controlling the population. This is about keeping the population in a consistent state of struggle so that they cannot wake up to the fact of how bad it really is. And then they come in with their identity politics and they say, hey, if you're black, those white people are the enemy. And if you're white, those black people are the enemy. And all this shit to get everybody to fight so that we don't ever come to the conclusion, which is the truth, which is we are fucking slaves to this ruling class, just like it's happened over and over and over and over and over again in every single civilization and empire that's ever existed. That's the way it is.
Yeah, when Republicans run, they like ran on Doge. They didn't do shit. And then I know they were like, yo, we got to stop this FISA spying because they spied on Trump. Dude, they spied on Trump. Right. And now you got fucking Mike Johnson being like, can you believe the Democrats shut down FISA spying? Like, I feel uncomfortable. This country is going to be unsafe. And it's like, you fucking scumbag. Like, you guys ran on the opposite of that. Not just because for us, but you said they used that to spy on Trump. And now, and like, that was their whole campaign thing. Like, they spied on Trump. They spied on Trump. Oh, we got to spy again. And it's the Democrats who don't want to spy. Like, just like the left is like too goofy, the right, I'm like, bro, like the way they just like pulled the rug out from under us. And now it's like, they want us to believe like, we're like huge fans of like Lindsey Graham, war in Iran, spending and spying. And it's like, you could still prefer the right over the left and not be that retarded, but there's some like super fans who are like, yeah, we really need to spy on everyone to make the World Cup safe. And it's like, bro, what the fuck?
When people start to talk at this point in time, when they start to talk in terms of Republican and Democrat, I automatically start discounting everything they say. Like, you don't get it yet, bro. Yeah. It's not that. That's a mirage. It's them, and then there's all of us. And all of us are on the same team. And they are doing everything they can to make sure that we don't realize that, so that they can continue to do what they do, which is exploit us, overtax us, oppress us, rule over us, which is what allows them to live the lifestyles that they lead. We can't, this idea that these people are somehow willing to even serve us is absurd. Where does the evidence come from other than what you were taught in fucking school? Like, can we not talk about like what you observe versus what you were taught? Yeah, we were taught that these people are supposed to represent us, and it's very clear that that's how it's supposed to be, but it should be very clear to everybody else that they don't. I just had to have a really difficult conversation with someone who I believe is a great person. It wasn't Eric Schmidt, by the way, because people are going to think that, because that's my fucking homie. But they were asking me, this is another guy who I believe is a good guy. I believe he's a good guy. But they were asking me to donate to his re-election campaign. I said, look, dude, I'm not ever donating to any re-election campaign ever in the history of politics ever again, because what we just witnessed with Massey proves that it doesn't fucking matter. Okay. I'm not rich enough to be able to give $30-40 million to every motherfucking election. There's only a certain group of people that are, and it sure as fuck ain't us. So we haven't seen any of the promises come to fruition. We haven't seen accountability. We haven't seen these things that we've been promised. We're paying more for our groceries. We're getting taxed at a higher rate. You know, our cost of living is going up.
It's not safe in the streets.
It's not safe. The infrastructure looks like shit. We're not getting anything. And then these people come to people like me and other people and like you guys. I don't think that anybody, any regular person in this country should give any fucking money to any politician for any fucking reason ever again. Ever again. Ever again. Because we are not getting a return on those contributions at all. It's not happening.
With taxes, like I know it happens so incrementally, but before there were income tax in America, Karl Marx's manifesto is like, yo, we want graduated income tax because that's like a dream. It's like just tax more and more for every bracket, but that wasn't even a thing. Then they brought it into America. They slowly kept it up. And I know the left doesn't care about it because they want people to take more money, but for the right, it's like, you know, everybody on the right pretends to be liberty, freedom. Yes, of course, I want to save my money and not pay taxes, but also it's like the more they take from us, it's like funding someone and expecting them to stop, but they won't stop because they keep taking our money. So like it's really important for me to lower the taxes way more than they are. And the right-wing politicians pretend that they want that, but they never actually do it. And then it's like the right-wing base doesn't care because they're like, well, at least we got this, at least we got that. This time it's like Trump started the war with Iran, and then he's like, we actually need more money because we need to fund our military. It's like, that's the same shit they always say. But like from a psychological or just in general view of it, it's like if they keep taking our money, they're going to keep fucking around because it's like a kid that's fucking up and you're like, here's $1 million, here's $1 million, but don't do it. But I'm going to keep giving it to you. Like, why? When will the Republican and the right wing actually give a fuck and say, listen, hey, Trump, we like you, we voted for you, but you got to do this. You're doing all this shit. Lower it 10%. Do like everyone, but you can't do that because it's like Massey versus this. You got Cat Turd saying I'm the biggest Trump fan. Like, does anyone on the right actually mean anything they say? Like in the base, I know the politicians don't. That's what bothers the shit out of me. Like watching, like if we got together and like demanded it, we could get it. But there's infighting and people that are dick riding and they're like, wow, this is what I've always wanted. No, it's not. You didn't 2 weeks ago. You have a tweet saying you wanted
we got 100 videos of you before this saying the opposite of those things.
Exactly.
I mean, dude, like, you know, we could go down the line, but the point of the matter is that what is the purpose of taxes if they can just print money at will?
Right. And
I think that's something people should think about. What is the purpose of taxes if they can print money at will? That means the purpose of if they can print money at will,
right?
Then the only reason taxation exists is to control the population. That's it.
And another one too is, why are we giving any country foreign aid when we're in debt? Why don't they print their own money and inflate their own currency? Like, why doesn't Ukraine print money? Why doesn't, or Israel print money? Like, we're in debt and we're giving them money, which is even making it worse. Like, why don't they do that shit?
Do you know when the Illuminati was founded?
No.
May 1st, 1776.
Nice.
Kind of weird, huh?
Yeah.
Sometimes I wonder if the entire idea of America was facilitated for the reason of enslaving this entire continent to fund the rest of everything else.
Yeah. I mean, it's a weird country because everything was like ethnically based, and then they're just like, we're gonna bring in all these Europeans and tell them they're all this, and then they like pull the rug out on that, and they're like, actually, no, now we're gonna not do that.
We give our tax dollars to over 100, it's like 190 countries worldwide. There's no other people that do that.
Right.
People in Europe don't do that. Asia doesn't do that. The Middle East doesn't fucking do that. What the fuck are we doing?
Yeah.
We're fucking slaves, dude. And you could say whatever you want. You could say, oh man, blah, blah, blah. I do believe there's definitely a ton of opportunity here if you're willing to pay the price. But it certainly shouldn't be as hard as it's become because of the greed of these people. Okay?
Like you said about infrastructure, it's like our airports kind of suck, the cities suck. At least make that shit nice. You know, you got all the money in the world, like clean all that up, make it a super dope place to go, and then it's not a bad spot. But
what's the tax rate in Japan, Zishan? You go to Japan, everything's perfect. They live in high trust society. You can leave your fucking keys to your car out. No one's like, when they travel on transit, no one's talking. It's all culture based.
Yeah.
Okay. What? Flat
10%?
10% tax.
Wow. Japanese people are awesome. You know, it's sick culture.
That's because they have an honorable culture.
Mm.
That's because the people that run the country care about the people.
Right.
The people that run this country do not give a fuck about us. It's marketing.
Right.
And the people, us, if we're gonna cease to be ruled over, we're gonna have to get fucking smarter than we are as a collective.
It's real, man. It's real, guys. Jump in on this conversation. Let us know what you guys think down in the comments.
You just cut me off?
I'm sorry.
Oh, well, you can.
Oh, okay.
Black Queen.
That's right.
Thumbs
Thumbs
I
up.
didn't-
You know, when the
that's
black-
not why I put my hand on
when
her
the Black
shirt.
Queen-
I just, you,
when-
you were saying earlier
When the Black
you were
Queen
the
speaks, you shut the fuck up.
That's right. That's
You
right.
were saying you were the representative of the
No,
black
it's all
community
good.
when
You know,
you were
we just got our
arguing with
white
Andy, so I
saviors.
said, I
Is that the opposite?
I don't talk to Black America. I talk to you, and then you tell him what I said. What'd you say? I didn't hear it.
White saviors? Yeah.
Yeah, what's that mean? Where I'm like,
You know, let's acknowledge some good things. Let's
Yeah.
acknowledge some good things.
Yeah, we should.
Okay, there's good things happening. That's the thing. My friend who called me last night, you know, he was all because like I'm in this zone right now. Like people are hitting you and I were talking about this a little bit yesterday. People are hitting me up. What do you think about that? I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to ride a motorcycle.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't fucking care.
That's right.
Like the time to really care about this was fucking 6 years ago when they were literally committing the greatest crime against humanity that's ever been perpetrated on the human race. Okay, both economically and physically harmful. It was the greatest wealth transfer in the history of Earth ever. It was also, these people were given a fucking non-proven vaccine that has caused the overall mortality rate to fucking skyrocket. And people seem to like have forgotten about this, right? It's like, you don't care about that, but now you're on a bitching about this and this and this and this and this.
that got memory hold fast.
Bro. And at this point in time, I'm just like, all right, well, I'm going to go ride my fucking Harley, bro. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you can't ride a Harley.
That's
You
right.
know what I'm
That's right.
saying?
That's
Listen,
right. Oh, you're
you can't
gay.
do fucking
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, a lot of the cancel culture has now just shifted over to this other side. And it's like, dude, I don't fucking give a shit, dude. I don't fucking care. Like, until people wake the fuck up and realize that they have to control their own lives, they have to live an example of what it means to be a great American, okay? And that doesn't mean just flying a fucking flag. That means living that standard day in and day out. Until that happens, nothing's going to change. So people have to do, and they don't want to do that because it's fucking hard. It's hard to say no to the McDonald's. It's hard to fucking get up in the morning and go do your workout. It's hard to, like, you know, instead of doom scrolling all day, to actually read important shit. It's hard to build businesses. It's hard to become an asset. It's hard to fucking lead people. It's hard to bring people around. It's much easier to tear them down. Until that all flips, it doesn't fucking matter. Nothing's going to, because like I always say, personal excellence is the ultimate rebellion. At this point in time, it's the only motherfucking rebellion.
Right.
And people have to understand that for anything to change. So it's like really hard for me to get all riled up from people that literally you can look at them and be like, bro, you're not even handling your own shit.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck are we talking about here? This isn't, the United States of America isn't like babysitting. You're not entitled to anything. Nothing says, hey, you're in fucking entitled to this great life and be rich and drive cool cars and all this shit. Like the promise that's made is equal opportunity, which, you know, we can argue about that, but that's the only promise that's been made. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
An opportunity does not mean outcome.
Yeah. It's
So-
the pursuit.
What are you doing to pursue that
That's
opportunity?
right. That's
What are
right.
you doing to honor the sacrifice that's been made? You know, everybody likes to, when it becomes 4th of July and Memorial Day, and everybody's like, honor those who served. But then they look in the mirror and they're 100 motherfucking pounds overweight, and they're not doing what they could do with their family, and they're not taking care of their community. They're not getting involved. They're not, like, bro, it's on us, man. It is on us. And as a collective, to your point, what we have right now is a result of us not taking that responsibility seriously. That's it.
Everybody wants all these things, but like I said earlier, like we really don't deserve it. And then like you were talking about with personal rebellion, this is the pro and the con of everything. Like everyone's not going to do everything, but if everyone's slacking off as hard as they are in America, we're not going to get all these things we want. But if you personally crush, you're going to have an easier time blowing past everyone else. And I never wanted to think that way because I'm not like, fuck everybody else. I want to just crush. But the truth is, like, everyone's like, I want this, I want that, I want this. And they're just sitting there and just not thinking properly, not treating others properly, doing all sorts of crazy stuff. So that is really the only thing you could do is crush. And sadly, that, or not sadly, depending how you look at it, like I worked really hard. I did all these things. I really changed my mindset. And then I was able to you know, do music without a label, do news without, even when they were trying to cancel me, like it didn't work. So unfortunately, that's just what everyone has to do, is just absolutely crush. And if half the country's fat and they're looking at every pharmaceutical ad, oh, look at this new Monjaro. Let me tell you, it's like, if that's what's status quo or some retarded television show everyone's talking about, if you live in your own reality and crush, there should be no reason that you can't do something, especially with the internet, when there's so much opportunity to start a social media channel, run your own business of selling merch or whatever. So I've thought that way for years now, where I'm like, to some it's like morbid, where it's not like, fuck everyone else, they all suck, let me crush. It's just like, dude, over half the country's overweight, probably 95% of the country's lazy, most conservatives are fake, liberals are retarded. Like, it's like, what am I going to sit around and just get mad at it, or just do my own thing? That's all you really can do.
Bro, and the right people will follow. The right people will see that example and they will follow.
Yeah.
Okay? That's all you can do. But if you're not doing that, you don't have a right to complain about it. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Like, that's why it's just like, dude, you know, if we're being honest, that's why I've been doing less shows. You know, like, I'd rather just come on here and entertain people and talk shit, you know what I'm saying, and make them laugh.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, you guys got to understand, man, that it's on your own backs. Like, it's on your own fucking backs.
People that stress about politics too, I'm like, don't stress. If you stress about it, find something that you don't. Because also back in the day, everyone wasn't paying attention to everything. Like, some people are built for it, some people aren't. But like, I don't stress about it too much. I just try to get in and get out. Where, like you said, it's like, I just want to be funny sometimes and just make people laugh the whole time. Like, what am I going to do? Oh my gosh, I'm so sad about what's going on today. Now tomorrow's something else and I'm sad about that. Like, you can't do it. You got to make the most of it, be real, be honest about it. But some people are in this perpetual state of just freaking out about the news every day. And like you were saying, I think a lot of people, I know because it's a lot of my business too, it's like people are tapped out. And I'm not even mad at it. Like, yeah, get back. Like, if you don't need to be and you know it's not the right time, maybe there'll be another time where you want to do shows all the time. But it's like, it actually just makes sense to like do your thing, have fun with it, and then move the fuck on.
Yeah.
Especially if Israel's going to take our shit anyway. Might as well enjoy everybody who got it.
Yes, who took my wallet. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to accuse him. See, that's how they start the race for. They got us.
But dude, we are seeing good things happen, man.
Yeah.
Like, if we look back to culture 5 years ago, 6 years ago,
It's a much better spot.
when we were talking about,
Yes.
okay, it is a much better spot, and that needs to be acknowledged. Like, this message that, you know, we've been putting out on the show, I'm not going to sit here and say it's all me. It's a lot of people, but you know, I was one of the first people, so were you, one of the very first people to speak out on COVID. I got fucking hammered for that by everyone. Grandma killer, you're a fucking conspiracy theorist. I'm never buying your shit again. Duh, 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 duh. Like, for fucking years, dude. Okay? We have to understand that where we were then and where we are now is moving the right direction, bro. How much, like 5 years ago, bro, you didn't see black and white people joking around with race jokes. Now you got people with their whole fucking channel is like a black and a white dude like making jokes to each other.
That's right.
You know, we started that, by the way.
That's right.
But the point is like, and this shit's fucking funny. And like, everybody's starting to get along and everybody's starting to realize, bro, it ain't that serious. And like, let's be real. That's the culture healing, bro. We are much closer to a unified culture than we have been, I think, in my entire lifetime. Because here's what we do have. Yes, we have the fucking extremist left weirdos. And yes, we have the far right fucking extreme, you know, weirdos. But everybody else, they're kind of sick of the same shit. They're sick of getting lied to. They're sick of paying these fucking outrageous taxes. They're sick of living in cities that look like shit. They're sick of crime. They're sick of people coming here and fucking up our shit. We're all sick of the same thing. And if we would just lose that identity of politics and start realizing that it's we the people, then things would really accelerate. And I think we're getting there. And, you know, like, comedy is always a really good indicator of culture. And what is allowed in comedy right now, you could not do that 5-6 years ago.
Couldn't do it fucking 2 years ago.
Okay? For real, dude.
Yeah.
You read the comments on Instagram, dude.
Oh,
People
my
are funnier
goodness.
sometimes, and like, dude,
The comments are
everyone's
fucking
saying,
hilarious.
Like, no one gives a fuck. Like,
Yeah.
there's always like the edgiest, realest thing as the top comment, and 40,000 people agree with it.
And then the one person that's like, I take offense to that. They're
They
like,
get fucking-
dude, shut the fuck up.
pussy.
This is what we talked about getting America's fuck you back.
Mhm.
Okay. And when that starts to come back, we are moving closer and closer and closer to a unified America. Dude, if you really think about like the left and the right, and I'm not talking about the fucking extreme polar opposites, the 2% on each side that are fucking insane. I'm talking about everybody else. Most of the shit those people actually agree on right now.
Everybody does.
They do.
Yeah.
Okay. Like people who were saying, you know, I don't know. Like the point is, everybody's tired of the fucking Israel influence. Everybody's tired of our money going overseas. Everybody's tired of taxes. Everybody's tired of the cost of living. Everybody's tired of the bullshit. They're understanding what actually matters. They're giving way less fucks about this like identity politics nonsense, and comedy's destroying that. So like we are moving the right direction, and I think it's important to like acknowledge that, because I will take where we are today over where we were 4 years ago 1,000,000 times out of to zero.
100%.
Yeah.
Still in the same breath, still say, and we still got a long way to go.
A long way to go.
You know,
No doubt.
But I like where we are.
A couple of
Don't
years.
want to stay here. This ain't it. This ain't as
No.
good as it can get.
A couple of years ago, there were like no left wingers that made any sense to me at all. Besides, like Glenn Greenwald does good reporting, but now it's like the Trump administration has done so much stupid shit that I'll see like these left wing pages that I probably don't like the person,
Yeah.
but I'm like, fuck, I actually agree with them.
I'll give you an example. I'll
And
give you
it's
an
not 'cause
example.
I'm left
You know
wing,
that
it's just
dude,
they're right. And
that dude from the Young Turks, Senk?
yeah.
Okay, for years I'm
Chink.
like,
Yeah.
whatever his name is. What's his name?
Chink.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That's
a
Chink.
slur.
Because
That's a racist slur.
because remember
I know.
Charlie Kirk got called out for it when he's
Yeah,
like,
yeah, Chank or
fuck off, Chink. And they're like, people are like, oh, he's,
Sank
that's
or
his
Chank.
name.
Oh, whatever. I don't know his
know.
name. But anyway, for years and years and years, I watched this guy. I'm like, dude, this guy's a fucking idiot.
Right.
Like, what the fuck is he talking about? And, you know, for the last 2 years, there's things he says. I'm like, nah, man, that fucker's right.
Yeah.
No, 100%.
You know,
100%.
like Stephen
job,
A.
Chink.
Smith.
Yeah.
Dude, I'll be real. I never really liked Stephen A. Smith, even when he was just doing the sports shit.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, this guy's a fucking race baiter. He's always doing this and that and this. Now when Stephen talks, I'm like, no, that's correct.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so like there's a shift in the Overton window where people are becoming more aligned.
And I think we helped make that too, because once they realized they could make money on podcasting, like they would suck whatever like corporate tit they had to.
Yeah.
But then they're like, wait, Rogan just got $500,000. Now they're like, oh, I'm actually going to tell the truth now. And it's
Yeah.
like, it doesn't mean I have to trust them. Senk, I don't know about that. I think he's just pissed off at the Israel stuff.
Yeah.
But it's like it's cool to see like the truth being popular and people being more raw.
Yeah.
Even if you don't ever trust them,
okay.
the fact that they know that that's a lane will shift the culture in the right direction.
But dude, okay, you could disagree with someone 80% of what they say. You can be like you just said, Sank. You're like,
Yeah.
fucking that one thing, okay?
No, I kind of like him now.
Okay,
honestly.
but here's the thing. That one thing allows us to have a conversation
Right.
on the other things, right? Where that was not, dude, 4 years ago, it was fuck you, no fuck you, no fuck you. And it was like, I don't give a fuck. And people were so tired of that.
Yeah.
So like there's common ground being found, and that's the first step to unity. But if we don't follow that with personal responsibility and taking responsibility for our own health, like one of the things that really like I have a hard time understanding, right, is the anti-vax people, okay, who are so anti-vax, which by the way, I am too.
Mm-hmm.
But then, because this is how my mind works, okay? If I take my mind and I put it over here in even evil villain mode, and I'm like, all right, we couldn't get him to take the fucking vax, but we can get him to take a shot that'll help him lose weight.
Mm.
Okay? Like, but so these same people who are anti-vax, and I'm not taking anything from the fucking pharma industry, but they'll fucking go take that fucking Moderno,
Mm-hmm.
right? And like, if you were an evil villain and you wanted people to voluntarily take some shit that clearly they're not going to disclose what the fuck's in it because they didn't during the vax, I mean, how would you do it? You would appeal to their vanity and their laziness and their desired outcome.
Yeah.
So in my opinion, like when I think of like how, you know, like, let's be real, dude. How many people that were in the body positivity movement who have now lost hundreds of pounds, which, by the way, good for you, because we all knew you were full of shit. I've been fucking fat. Okay, I can tell you that you're full of shit. I know what it's like to look in the mirror and try to convince myself that I feel good about myself. I know what it's like to wear the same outfit over and over and over again because I think it looks slimming. I know what it's like to not go to life events like vacations and beaches and pool parties and barbecues because I was fucking fat. I know what it's like to go to the store and hate getting new clothes because I know nothing's going to fit right. I've lived that life. There's no amount of convincing that you can do to yourself to make yourself believe that that's okay. Now you can go out and you can say, oh, fucking, this is great.
Right.
But I know how you fucking feel when you're by yourself. Okay. Now, all of those people, like, let's just use the example of Lizzo. Lizzo was a huge, quote unquote, body positivity.
Queen.
Okay. Yeah.
Queen.
Yes,
That's a queen.
yes.
Black queen.
Black queen.
Okay.
So, but now she's gotten on the shot and she's lost a bunch of weight. Great. But so what's that mean? That means that you were full of shit the whole time in this other way.
Yeah, otherwise you wouldn't have done it.
Correct.
That's right.
So, like, I guess where I'm trying to go with this is that, like, people should just tell the truth about the realities of what's going on. You know, like, if you're not happy with yourself, change it. If you don't think, like, don't stand on these moral high grounds and pretend like you're virtuous about things that you don't actually believe because it's a popular narrative to stand behind. You know, body positivity was never meant to be fat acceptance. Okay. And it was never meant to be, oh, it's okay to be 600 pounds and take up 3 motherfucking seats on the airplane.
And then demand a free seat.
Yes. That is not what it was meant to be. It was meant to be this. You don't have to have perfect abs. You don't have to be a perfect specimen. You work hard, do what you can. Not everybody's going to look the same, and that's okay. That's body positivity. Okay, feel good about what you're doing and who you are. You don't have to be perfect. That's what body positivity is about. It's not about, oh, it's okay to be 600 pounds and unhealthy and fucking die on your family at 30 years old. Like, it was hijacked, like a lot of this shit was. And I guess, like, I don't know, getting back to my point, you know, if I was an evil villain and I wanted people to fucking inject themselves with shit, I would appeal to their own vanity.
Right.
And like, dude, remember in the vaccines, like how they didn't put any of the ingredients in the fucking boxes?
Yeah.
And they said, oh, it's because it was so fast.
Yeah.
So if they were willing to do that, you don't think they'd be willing to put that shit, just omit that there's something else in there?
Well, before, like, I watch sports all the time, and all the commercials are now the injectables. Before COVID, it was all pills. You need a pill. Then they got everybody addicted or like normalized the vaccine. And then right after COVID, everything was an injectable.
Right.
Like, it was like a steroid, except it's like Mounjaro, this and that. And then this is another thing of like, oh, everybody wants something, but does our country actually deserve it? Are we working for it? Most people are fat. The food's not good. People don't work out. Like, they're pumping all this sort of weird stuff into everything. Instead of like fixing that, that's like the root cause of it. It's like, no, here's a fucking injectable to lose the weight. And then some people that weren't fat get addicted to it. They start looking crazy as fuck, like an alien. And
I know,
it's like,
man.
it's like idiocracy. Like, I love this country. I'm so grateful for it. But it's like, people couldn't just like work out and try to eat better. Like, we gotta, this is a new thing, and it's on every commercial. It's for sure like a ploy. And I think they normalized not only mRNA technology, but vaccines to like, I don't think before COVID I ever saw a commercial for an injectable. And after, I don't think I see pills anymore. There's no pills. It's all inject yourself with this and lose weight. And
at the end of the day, we don't know. Like, we just don't know. But I certainly don't, like, it's weird to me that you don't trust the pharma companies for the COVID shit, but you trust them to take this?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like you said, vanity. You know, there's always going to be a price, and like certain chicks or certain people, they're like, I want to look better, so I'm going to do this. So yeah, it's definitely not healthy. But once again, it's like, nobody's perfect, but if you mean what you say, there's a difference between meaning what you say and just saying it. And that's what I find too. The people that really crush, they're not overly judgmental about everything. They have their opinions. Whereas like sometimes the people that are pointing the fingers the most, being obnoxious, being rude, being angry about it, then they go do the same shit. Yeah. And it's like, and then they just, it's like, you never had to be a dickhead beforehand. Like, you could have just done your thing.
Well, dude, and let's talk about this. You know, everybody's becoming aware of how these shots are muscle wasting. Okay. So like what's happening? So people are taking this shot and a significant amount of the weight that they're losing is their muscle mass, which is what controls one's metabolism and a lot of other health functions in their body, especially as they age. So could there be a push for people to take this because they understand that when they waste all of that muscle, it actually creates longer term health problems that they can now solve other ways inside the system? I mean, these are just questions that people should think about.
Well, like how, I mean, if you're like, you know how food works and fitness works, like there's science behind it. What are you pumping into you that makes you lose the weight super fast? Like what is it doing? Yeah. I don't know. I haven't fully studied it, but that's my question.
And then they villainize the things that actually help men with that.
Right.
Right? Like testosterone. They'll say, oh, like, dude, you know, I get this shit on the show all the time. They're like, oh, the fucking dude takes steroids. You're motherfucking right. I take testosterone, bro. 100%. You know why? Because I want to stay young. I want to keep my muscle mass up. I know it controls my metabolic activity long term. It creates health benefits. The average testosterone of a fucking 20-year-old man is what a 60-year-old man had in 2020. That's intentional.
Right.
All right. And then they villainize it and they try to get people to say, oh, your fucking dick's going to fall off. I don't know, man. I've been taking testosterone, copious amounts of it, for a long time. My dick hasn't fallen off.
Copious amounts.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying, dude, like, let's be real about it. Let's be real about it, you know? And then
it's all like the people that hate on testosterone too. They're for sure the ones taking like pharmaceuticals.
Yeah.
It's like sure the ones that need it the most.
They're like, I can't believe you take.
There's studies about that.
You got 17 vaccines over the last 7 years.
Yeah.
And you're like,
I'm sure you're good though, bro. You're good. Yeah.
That's whatever. And you know what, dude? There's quality of life too. Okay. Let's just say, you know, testosterone. First of all, there's fucking absolutely no studies that have ever been done that show testosterone limits your lifespan and all this shit that they try to tell you. Now, we could argue that the abuse of anabolic steroids will definitely do that.
Yeah, the abuse
because
of anything
will
fuck you up.
It creates all kinds of different problems. It creates high hematocrits. It creates the propensity to have blood clots. It creates high blood pressure. There's all these things that abuse can create. But let's also be real. Would you rather live 60 years looking good, feeling good, having a good time? Or would you rather live 100 years being a weak little fucking sickly person?
That's right.
You know, I don't know. That's how I think about it.
That guy, Brian Johnson, once again, it's your life. Like, do what you want. I'm not like a big hater or anything, but I thought it was hilarious because, like, I love the sun. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know it's probably going to fuck my face up and stuff, but, like, I just love being in the sun.
See, I think
he's got, like, his little, like, umbrella. And he's like, I can't touch the sun because my face. I'm like, bro, you're going to look 60 when you're 70. You're going to look 8 if you make it that long. And it's like, the sun is great, bro.
Bro, why is it? Like, people, see, dude, I don't trust anything, dude. I just ask questions about things. Okay. So they didn't have fucking sunblock 200 years ago.
What were they doing?
Were they getting skin cancer and dying? No. Okay. What happens when you're in the sun? Oh, it creates your body to produce all kinds of beneficial things inside of your body that, like vitamin D, and it makes you happy and it makes you not depressed. And there's all kinds of benefits from it. Why is it that every other fucking animal alive, all of them, go out and bask in the sun?
Yeah. I could feel it when I'm in the sun. Like,
do you not feel better?
Oh, every time. That's why I see him with the umbrella. I'm like, bro.
That's why people in Washington are so crazy, bro, because there's not a lot of sun.
But I'm just saying,
it makes sense.
Like, dude, listen, dude. Like, if I'm in a bad mood, because like, dude, I do struggle with my mental sometimes. Okay, I live a chronically high stress lifestyle as an entrepreneur. I have a lot of responsibilities. Sometimes I get really fucking depressed and I get in a really dark spot. If I go walk for 2 hours outside with my shirt off and I come back, I feel fucking good.
Right. Yeah.
I feel good. Okay, like, you can't argue with that. You know, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. I'm not saying like, hey, this, you know, but like, it's weird to me that, you know, and the same people, right? They'll fucking complain about the pharma industry, but then they'll take this fucking sunscreen. They don't know what the fuck is in it, and they'll rub it all over their fucking body. And it's like,
yeah,
bro, can we think just a little bit? Like, maybe, I don't know. Like,
I mean, the trust the science crowd is one of like the dumbest crowds because you could just look at most of them. Sometimes I see someone that's like left wing that and they're like fit, and honestly, I like respect them more.
I do too.
I was like,
Yes.
like we might disagree,
Yeah, but
but
then
at least your body is
yeah.
sick and you're crushing and like. But someone who's like a string bean looks like shit. They need the sun. They're fucking. And it's like, bro, I don't even want to talk about this stuff to you. Like, I want to
you
talk.
can't
to, like,
take someone serious. Like
no, a
that.
professional athlete. Like, how do I get better cardio? Like, or how do I get better my better jump shot? Not you, bro. Like, you're not the one that's gonna tell me about health looking that way.
Dude, it's yeah. I mean, I just think there's a lot of things that there's a lot of hypocrisy in the way that I don't think it's intentional. I think it's just unawareness. You know, like you don't trust the pharma industry, but you'll go slather on a bunch of fucking sunscreen. You know what the fuck that shit is. And dude, how do you transdermal absorption is like the easiest way to absorb shit.
Yeah, I try to not wear, and this is not medical advice.
I don't wear
sunscreen. What I try to do is not be in the sun too long. Like instead of going to the beach for like 7 hours, try to get in 20 minutes, 30 minutes, like little pops where I'm not burning.
Yeah.
But yeah, for that reason, I like your skin is the biggest organ.
Yeah.
What are the ingredients?
It's not my biggest organ.
Okay, well, transition. What are we at now?
Well, it's certainly not your brain either.
They had some sort of thing
what
where they were
is the biggest organ that
sunscreen.
black queens have?
Yeah, it ain't the skin.
You got a big old clamshell?
That's right.
Is that what it is?
That's right. Massive. Just
Start
like
calling
mama's ass.
Start calling you clam chowder. Look, man, I just think that, you know, like, bro, I don't know. I got Mediterranean in me, bro. Like the sun likes me.
Yeah.
You know, the sun is my friend. But like, look at cats and dogs, dude. Look at every other animal. Look at deer. Look at fucking elephants. Look at fucking they all lay in the fucking sun.
No, the sun is great.
And then they tell us,
don't do it.
Don't go in the sun. And then what do they do during COVID? Don't go outside.
Yeah.
We're literally
going to
almost
generate
living-
the vitamin D needed to fight the shit.
And what benefit do you have if you don't have the internal vitamin D and the serotonin production that you get whenever you go in the sun? Oh, you're depressed. Oh, by the way, here's these pills. Like,
Right.
come on, man.
It's-
This all feeds each other.
Yeah.
It's like an inverted reality, and I think if you're not aware, like nowadays, I remember when I was younger, like nobody was awake on anything. Now it's like more than half the country, I think, so there is progress. But it's like it's hard to explain to somebody that they're lying about everything, because like it almost sounds crazy. Where it's like
It does.
like it would be like if I'm like this isn't real, this isn't real, this isn't real, this
Yeah.
isn't a microphone,
Yeah.
it's a fucking chip. It's like, all right, dude, you need to see a psychiatrist. But with everything, it's like the food's fake, everything's fucking backwards. Like they're giving you the wrong advice as an authority figure. It sounds nuts, but at this point, like if you can't fucking figure it out, like you're probably either, I don't know if it's like stupidity, but maybe just ego. Sometimes people don't want to like
Admit they were taken on it.
Yeah,
Right.
but it's like, bro, figure it out, because if you don't have your own identity in this world and you get swept into what they're trying to build for you, they're lying about almost everything.
Yeah,
So it's
man.
like it sounds crazy, but it's true.
I think the only noble message that's out there is like, for real, you got to eat right. You got to move your body. You got to train. You got to put good things in your mind. You got to associate with people that make you feel good and help you get better, not people that just like pull you down the path of different vices and abuses, you know? And none of us are going to be perfect at that. I mean, none of us. Like, you're not going to be perfect, bro. Like, you're probably going to have a drink once in a while. You're probably going to smoke some weed once in a while. You're probably going to make some bad decisions once in a while. That's called life. You know, nobody's perfect. But fuck, dude, you're in control of most of the shit that's gonna create the outcome. And for you to abandon that, that's the reason that we're in this situation of other people being able to control. You're voluntarily giving up your autonomy of your own life to people that you claim to hate. You know, like, and yeah, it's hard, dude. It's hard to develop discipline. It's hard to go to the gym for the first time and the second time and for years at a time. Like, bro, I've been training since I was 15 years old. Okay. Like, I was thinking about that. It's fucking 30 motherfucking years of training, dude. Like, almost daily. The longest I've ever taken off is probably a couple weeks. I don't want to do that every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, how many days do I sit at 30 years in of training? How many days do I sit in a locker room for 45 fucking minutes before I go out there and I'm like, fuck, I don't want to fucking do this. Nobody wants to do the right shit all the time. Like, it doesn't matter how strong your discipline is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But it's
So,
gotta
like,
get done.
but like, bro, we got to understand that we are the solution. We're the solution. And right now, our culture and our society reflects the effort and the willingness to accept our own responsibility for our own lives. And if we fix that, a lot of things change. And we are moving that way. I mean, look at all the people that are, you know, getting together in real life. Like, for the first time in a couple decades, you know, teenagers, 14, 15, they're preferring non-smartphones. Like, we're getting back to real shit. And I think there's a lot of good things happening. And to your point, DJ, yes, we have a long way to go, but let's acknowledge some good instead of just saying, man, everything's fucked. Yeah. Everything will cease to be fucked if more people join into that movement.
It's real, man.
Yeah. I think with like content too, it's just like, it used to be like you could make one video a day, but now it's like, if you're a professional content creator, you got to do like 10, 20 clips. So it's like everyone's got to like say everything and react to everything. Yeah. But I think everybody's burnout. Like you said with the kids where they're going to like flip phones. It's like everyone's burnout, and there will be an even bigger shift. Like you said, it's good progress, but there's going to be a shift soon where people kind of decompress a little bit. And they're like, even for me, like in order to do what I used to do and like still do numbers, like I got to almost do like 7 times as many videos because next. Yeah. And I just don't do it. Same with you. Like, I don't want to do a show. Like I refuse to do it.
And then it becomes, why are you doing it?
Right. I think a lot of people have forgot why.
Okay. So it becomes, why are we doing it then? Well, we did it. We started it because we fucking saw a problem that needed awareness. If everybody's aware and we continue to do it for the views, likes, shares, and traffic, aren't we just a slave to the system anyway?
Yeah, I've been doing less, and it's like probably not the smartest for business, but if I'm not passionate about it, I can't do it. And it's like, I don't want to do 10 reactions a day. Just like, it's kind of annoying. So I've been really thinking about that and being like, okay, when I move forward again, like, and go really hard, I have to have a plan, and like a bigger plan than just politics, where it's like, I need something that I believe in, that I believe in so bad that I want to do every second of every day.
Yeah. And
right now I'm like, it's a stale moment. It's going to get hot again, and there's going to be something that we care about. But right now, politics, it's like everyone's burnt out, but it's not even a bad thing. I think it's great. Like, do something fun, productive.
Touch some grass.
That's right. Touch the grass, bro.
Touch some grass. Yeah.
Man. Get yourself a protein shake. You know what I'm saying? Lift some weights.
Have an energy drink. Yeah. You know?
Yeah, get yourself one of them Form Energies.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Available in stores now.
That's right.
Yeah, man. Well, you guys ready for our final segment?
For sure, bro.
Wrapping it up, we got our final segment, guys. As always, thumbs up or dumb as fuck. That's where we bring a headline in, we talk about it, we vote on it, we give it one of these 2 options. You guys remember the wild grape?
The wild grape?
Wild grape. Oh, wild grape.
Huh.
You know, they asked little kids in Pakistan. Here's a little refresher for you.
When I will grow up, I will be an army and save Pakistan and destroy India.
Oh, shit. That's not in my algorithm.
I never saw that either.
You guys never seen this video?
That's
you ever
not in
see
my
that one?
algorithm.
Oh, Zishan knows all about it. Yeah.
That's a famous meme?
Is it? Yeah, me and Andy are not up
I will
to date.
destroy
I've never seen
India.
Yeah, you guys
How's that
know-
make you
yeah.
feel down there? You're boiling? Z-Shot's mad.
Yeah. Well, you know, speaking of the resurgence of culture, America's back, right? We're getting back on track. There is an American version of this now.
Oh, yeah?
And they asked a bunch of little kids what they wanted to be when they grew up.
Okay.
So let's check out the clip.
Cadence wants to be a gas station worker.
Jolene, what would you like to be when you grow up?
Spice Girls.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be the Undertaker.
All right.
Good.
Undertaker's pretty fucking cool.
That's a good answer. Ambitious.
A Waffle House worker.
You better learn to fight.
It's definitely doable. It's not. It's a great kid.
I want to be a hustler.
Yeah.
Millionaire jail.
I want to be pregnant.
Oh my gosh.
When I grow up, I want to be a professional turkey hunter.
All right.
When I grow up, I want to be a wicked witch.
Uh-oh.
What would you like to
A lot of
be
those.
when you grow up?
Aw.
What do you want to be bartender at a Mexican restaurant.
Yeah. He's got it figured out.
I think that kid's parents are getting sloshed at the
Yeah,
canteen
bro.
every day, dude.
I want to be the bartender at a Mexican restaurant.
so I can see my parents because
That's right. Olay, motherfucker. Oh,
That's
man.
funny.
That's fucking great.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
I'll-
This is great.
I can't remember what I wanted to be, but I know when I saw professional poker, I was like, oh shit, I could just make money playing poker and not have to work. I was like, I want to do that. Like something easy.
What'd you want to be?
I think I said Spider-Man at one point.
No, you wanted to be a cop or some sort of
No,
fucking...
no, that didn't come till way later. I
Yeah.
think when I was young, I did say president at one
Spider-Man
time.
is sick though.
Yeah,
That makes
Spider-Man.
sense.
I thought it was
you would have
sick.
fit an outfit.
What did you want to be, Andy?
I want to be a motherfucking baller, bro.
Yeah,
That's what I told him.
yeah.
Since a kid?
Yeah.
Let's circle back.
Were you listening to some
real-
rap song
real
talking
quick,
about
hold on.
balling? You're like, I'm a baller.
They Spider-Man outfits, bro. Wait, you said I'm hung
They're
up on
stretchy.
this right
They're
now.
stretchy.
Yeah, they're spandex. I could have fit. I would have made the fucking thing work.
Oh, man. You know, real talk, I don't know what I wanted to be, man. Like, I don't know. I wanted to drive big trucks and motorcycles and cool cars, and
Yeah.
that's what I thought. I don't know.
It worked
That's
out.
what I do.
Yeah, it worked out.
Yeah.
It worked out. Yeah.
I think I wanted to be
I
a
don't think
a train conductor when I was really young, and my
Oh,
mom
yeah,
was,
that'd be
my
cool.
mom was like, "Nah, you want to be a doctor or a lawyer." Like I was like,
Yeah.
and then I told her I was like, "I want to be a battle freestyle rapper," and she was like, "Oh fuck." I get it. I'm like, that's not what I would
You've
want to
been
hear.
watching those YouTube videos of all the
100%
black
I would.
queens.
Yeah, bro. I mean,
Trying to expand my demographics.
That's
You
right,
know what I'm
that's
saying?
right.
It's getting
I think that's some wholesome stuff, man.
That's good.
You know?
That's good. That's some good. That's some
Like
good.
now,
listen.
if we didn't have a bunch of dumbasses trying to corrupt these kids' minds, think of what they would come up to do.
That's right.
You know, like
Right.
those are noble things, every single one of them.
The Wicked Witch is. I was
Yeah.
like, you,
Okay, that one
The
might
world
be-
needs that anyway. Yeah, we gotta have somebody. We gotta have people make fun of.
few
Yeah.
villains. Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
The
Hell
one
yeah,
kid
man.
said he wants to do whatever his mom told him. They better do a welfare check on that.
That's right. That's right. That's right. I love the Waffle House worker.
Yeah. He probably just loves Waffle House. You know, he goes there and like loves the
Shit's good.
Yeah.
waffles. Yeah, for sure.
They're gonna roll him in the MMA so he
That's
can handle himself. You know?
That's a bit, well, you get your gladiator and a good meal at the same place in the Waffle House.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
I go to Waffle House, but yeah, not at like midnight. You know, I try
No,
to go
there's
during,
hours.
like normal
Yeah.
hours. Yeah,
I didn't know they were open during normal hours. I thought they only opened at night.
24 hours.
Yeah, I had
it's
no
just
idea.
it's a great place to go when you're on a road trip and like nothing's open. I think that's why like the big. But yeah, you go into like 11 o'clock. They're like,
No,
"How
it's
you doing,
fights.
honey?" You know, they
It's
always have,
fights.
like, yeah,
For sure.
I haven't
Yeah,
seen
you go in at night, you better be ready to fight.
Very ready.
I've seen them online, but I've never witnessed in person.
Oh, they're great. Yeah.
Bro, have you seen that? Have you seen that guy's Instagram account? It just popped up in my algorithm. If you haven't seen it, it's not going to be funny. But fuck, this guy's funny as fuck, dude. He goes into the fucking fast food restaurants, and he like stands up and like yells their slogan. Have you
Oh,
seen
yeah.
that? It's fucking so funny, dude. I'll have to send you some. I know it's not going to be funny because we don't have it, but here,
Yeah,
I'll
send
fucking
it, yeah.
to you. We can put it in the show.
I love like how on the internet, like everyone has a cell phone. So even though there's like some crazy people, some people are funny as shit, and like every idea will be had. So sometimes I'll see like something go viral, and I'm like, dude, that was a fucking good idea.
This is fucking funny. Can you flip this into the show?
Are you DMing it?
Yeah, I sent to your DM. Dude, it's so
Oh, that's
bad.
me. I messaged you. Oh no, I tagged you in the
Tagged
story.
you.
I was like,
Turn the volume up.
I was doing trick shots. I had to tag everybody. I'm trying to get sponsorship from like.
Start it over, dude. Here you go.
This is quality you can taste.
What's wrong with you, man?
I'm sorry. So, dude, he goes into all the fucking restaurants and yells their slogan like that. It's fucking hilarious, bro.
He's gonna like. I bet the employees are mad at him, but eventually one of these companies is gonna be like, "No, we love this." Like,
Yeah.
it's literally their
Well,
slogan. You
They'll
know,
be smart if they do.
Yeah, check
Raw,
out,
he's doing Ross, dude. That's funny. Ace Hardware.
check out the pizza one. Pizza Hut.
Oh, thank you. I will. You know why? Why? Because no one else pizza's that hot.
How pizza's got hot. Yeah.
That's I love that
Dude,
one.
it's so good.
That's so good.
Yeah, he came with my algorithm, bro. I fucking watch. Go to scroll down.
Dude, now he can just
go
do
to the AutoZone one.
He can just do every business, like his business models.
Get in the zone. Come on, you know it. AutoZone.
That's sick.
Oh, bro, this guy's so fucking good. And then look at that. There's some people, liberals, hating on it.
Is that a?
I'm not reading all that shit.
Wait, click the Applebee's one. I just want to peep that one real quick. Is that
Where is that?
over to the right? To the right. No, straight up, right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We are eating good in our neighborhood.
What's this kid's name? What's his Instagram?
J Motion Media.
J Motion Media.
That would
Jonah
pump me up if
Johnson.
I was eating like $10 appetizers. I'd be like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
Keep
yeah,
up the
we're
good
eating
work, bro.
mozzarella
This
sticks,
shit's
dog.
fucking great.
Applebee's coming back. Okay, everyone say it back.
See?
I love it, dude.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, that's sick.
But
Hell
see,
yeah.
that's fucking real American shit, bro.
Oh, yeah.
That's culture. You know what I'm saying?
And I bet he could just like really have a good business year off this. And
Yeah.
like it started with just a fun,
Dude, it's
fun
awesome.
idea. Yeah.
I literally watched like every single one last night for like 2 hours. Dude, I'll tell you how funny I thought it was. The UFC was on. I was watching that guy's shit.
No shit.
Yeah. I'm like, oh shit, the fucking they just got knocked out. Oh, all right. AutoZone.
I love that about like the reels too, is like they're competing with all major media. And if
Yeah.
something's not good enough, literally you're like, I got something funny on my phone. Like,
Yeah.
it's dope.
It's real, man.
All right.
Yeah, well, thumbs up for the little youngsters,
Yeah, man.
guys. Andy, Dream Rare. That's all I got.
Don't be a hoe!
Share the show.